Oh, you're so sweet, I swear. Te mando un besito.
All right, we're on Disco Acid Cult TV.
Oh, okay. So I unmuted. Cool. Yeah, I like the intro, dude. I like the I like how was that Whitney Houston in the beginning?
No, so that's a girl from LA that I talked to on Instagram.
Whoa.
She sends me like, sometimes I'm flirtatious with her and she's honestly way too hot for my she's like I don't know how this happened. It happened from the original Disco Acid Cult page. We just started talking and she thought I was a girl because there's no pictures of me on it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, I made some funny joke about it. Like I played it off really well. And she's Mexican, but she looks super white. So she speaks Spanish. So at the end of that sentence, she says like "Te mando un besito," whatever the fuck she says.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what it means, but she sends me really sweet messages in like half English and half Spanish, and it's really hot. And I've never told her that I use her fucking voice for the intro of this stream, but she wouldn't care. She's like super cool.
Yeah.
She's talked about she has a relative that lives I don't want to get too into like the Central Valley, and she's always like, "Oh, if I ever go visit, you should drive up there." And
Yeah.
but
so that reminds me of a story I'll say in a little bit.
I joke and say that I wanted the intro to have the voice of a groupie. Like I wanted a groupie's voice, some kind of groupie message. So
yeah.
Not that I consider her a groupie, but yeah, she's just she's like fucking, she's like, I don't know, she's weird. She's like this really hot girl, but she doesn't post that much of herself. She just posts like stuff that she does.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. She lives in LA, I think, but she's also just kind of all over like South, SoCal, and then sometimes she goes to Mexico. I think she's rich or like she's from a rich family. I don't know.
Right.
But I know she's real. That is the first thing I was joking to my mom about it. My mom's like, "How do you know she's real?" And you know how our generation, I feel like we can kind of tell, like, like there's always other generations get tricked, like old people get tricked into scams online all the time.
Dude, again, I'll say another thing when you're done with your story. Yeah.
I'm almost done. I was just getting it, and I'm sure because I was gonna say, you know what I mean. It seems like our generation, we have like a good like filter for like I can look at a profile and be like, oh, this person's fake, or that's a real person. You can just tell, or you talk to them or whatever. But
right.
So yeah, no, I know it's like a fucking real person, and plus she sends me these fucking voice memos. But we only talk. I almost get the feeling that she just like is one of those people that will just like be flirtatious with any dude. I don't know. I need to get another voice memo from her though and use her for another intro. That's the main point.
Get mixed signals over here.
Right.
That hella reminds me when you're saying like in our generation how we can, or yeah, pretty much like in our time frame, how we can sort of distinguish real from not real, from shit that's like on the internet or people and things. I can't remember the name of the Instagram page or like the video page, but there's like a whole thing dedicated to old people commenting on AI pictures thinking that they're real. And it's fucking hilarious. There was a picture of like a car that was hitting a puddle, and the puddle was like halfway going over this pile of kittens. And it's like all these older people with older profile pictures, yeah, saying shit like, "Oh, why would you not save those kittens?" or just dumbass shit like that. It's fucking funny, dude. And this one dude's like, my little niece, and it's like a nice looking crib, and in the middle of it is like this blob looking 8-arm monster thing, and they're all, "Oh, the crib looks great, good job."
Jeez,
it's fucking awesome, dude. Yeah, man, she looked like Whitney Houston for like a good hot couple seconds there, and the hell reminded me, dude. Back when I started getting portrait tattoos of the first one that he got with like Kat Von D in fucking Marilyn Monroe, but also putting the spin on her with like having gauges and shit. That's when, I don't know why, dude. Every time Trey would get a tattoo, I just wanted to get a funnier version of what he was getting. So he got these portraits, and I'm like, "Oh, Kurt's doing portraits. I'm gonna at first. So have you seen the movie Kids from 1995 by Larry Clark?
Yeah.
So I was talking about getting a whole imagery of when they stomped that black guy out in the park on my back. Just like a still frame of it. And Kurt was like, this looks like a hate crime. I can't tattoo this racist looking shit on your back. And I'm like, I didn't think of it that way. I thought it was just a bunch of kids at a New York park stomping a dude out. One black guy.
You're like, I don't see color.
Yeah, dude. That's when I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll get Casper tatted on the back of my arm. So that's when I got Casper's face, his portrait tattooed. And when I told my ex-girlfriend about it, before I showed her the movie, I'm like, yeah, this is my favorite actor, you know, he's Casper Kids. And then I showed her Kids, and she was like, you got a fucking rapist tatted on your arm? She thought it was a documentary.
Oh my God, that's fucking weird.
You got a rapist? I'm like, oh no, it's yeah, like, because dude, I lived and died by that movie at the age of 14, 13, dude. Like, I'd fucking watch that movie going to bed every night, and it would just be on loop when I'd be staying home and doing whatever. And yeah, so I had to tell her, no, that's Justin Pierce. He also skateboards for like Zoo York and Supreme and all this before he died. Yeah, he rocks. He's fucking awesome, you know? So, yeah, man. And so, that also brings me back to Whitney Houston. That's when I was like, dude, because he got Marilyn Monroe. And you know how Whitney Houston had like that pinup winged eyeliner, Kat Von D style fucking look to it. I was like, okay, it's going to be either between Anna Nicole Smith taking some pills, or I'm going to have one of Whitney Houston doing a fucking line of Coke off a plate, you know? And this was after she died, so I thought it'd be an awesome idea. But Kurt was cool, but he wasn't that cool. You know what I mean? He wouldn't take it that far for me, even though I would have been 100% down.
Oh, that's hella funny.
Yeah, but fucking A, dude. Remember when chess pieces were like the fucking thing? Everyone who we knew that like listened to metalcore and all that stuff, everyone had scriptures just blasted from shoulder to shoulder, dude, across their chest. And I don't know, man. Now that we're just on that topic, dude, it's just bringing me back.
Dude, I do remember the chest pieces. Hold on really fast, chat. And I saw he was freezing on my end too. It looks like he's, to me, on my end, he's fine though now.
Yeah, could have been the light adjustment. I don't know.
It was just glitching for a second, at least from what I was seeing. What's up, Fizz? Fizz, I like that you've been talking more shit lately. Please continue to talk shit in chat, because that that gives me something to do. Yeah, I remember the chest piece phase. I'm honestly really lucky that I never got any of the tattoos that I wanted in high school, because I'm not joking. Like, I would have Asking Alexandria breakdown lyrics on my chest if I got the tattoos I wanted when I was in high school.
Oh yeah.
So I'm lucky that I was always the brokest kid in high school, and I was also never like I was just never around the people that were drinking and doing garage tattoos.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I always say to Trey, like, I feel like my group and you, like you and Trey, like, we didn't run in the same circles, but our circles collided, you know, frequently. Like, oh yeah. So I was just never around, like I was never really around Kurt too much when he was, you know, doing tattoos. I was only ever in his apartment a couple times.
Oh yeah, in the heyday, everybody, dude, it was everybody was getting tattooed by him, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, I was always bummed out. I was like, dude, I want to be like the fucking cool kids and get the tattoo. But I'm now looking back, I'm like, I'm glad that I did not get the tattoos I wanted when I was in high school, because, you know.
No, 100%, dude. I have fucking In Death We Will Ascend, dude, from My Children, My Bride, dude.
That's not terrible though. Like, that's not Asking Alexandria. You can say that at least. You can at least say that.
Dude, I remember trying to take a picture with Matthew Hastings, and I was so fucking starstruck, dude. It was at what was it? Scream the Prayer, when it had like For Today, Plea for Purging, fucking My Children, My Bride, dude, like all the Christian metal bands. And Fucking A, man. I remember just shirt up, trying to take a picture. My face is like trying not to smile too hard, but also trying to keep it cool. And just melting under the pressure, man, of just being next to like my most favorite fucking vocalist of all time. Even though listening now, their band isn't like the top tier, most awesome shit, and I hardly listen to them now. But I don't know. Back then, man, that was my shit, you know, On Wings of Integrity and all that. But
Yeah. They had I know everyone liked On Wings of Integrity. I think my favorite track from them was let me look it up to make sure I'm right. Hooligans.
yeah.
Hooligans was always my favorite track by then. They had that We Are the Lions breakdown at the end. And I always thought that shit was cool. But yeah, fucking A, dude. A lot of chess pieces back in the day. I remember Johnny had
Yeah, Johnny.
I think he just had didn't he just have the word compassion on his chest because of that Acides Burn lyric about we will wear compassion on our chests?
Yeah, he was. You're talking about the basis for when he was with Us versus London, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah.
avoid full names, but yes, that Johnny. Yeah.
Yeah, he was so sick, dude. He was, dude. When I met that, okay, so the way I met Johnny, dude, is it's fucking crazy. So, I had just got caught by my mom the night prior, shrooming with my girlfriend at the time, who was like this. I was 14, and she was like this runaway orphan, dude, from like over in Vacaville. So runaway orphan, shrooming with my ex, sleeping the next morning, and I just grabbed my skateboard. And I go down to the liquor store, and I met my old buddy Dean there, and he had some weed. So I was like, yeah, let's fucking smoke some tree, you know, fuck it. We'll light up for a little bit. And then we met some crazy bug-eyed chick, dude. Her eyes were like huge, and she was trying so hard to get somebody to buy cigarettes for her, dude. Or no, he didn't have the weed. She did. She was trying to get cigarettes so fucking bad, dude. And she's all, I can't. I gotta smoke something. And she whips out a pipe and starts fucking smoking the weed, right? And we're all, oh shit, that's what's up. And then she's all, yeah, you want to hit it? So we hit it. Some random fucking lady's crack pipe weed, dude. And then like we're just hanging out with her, chilling. And I'm about to go in and grab a 32 ounce and like run out with it. And she's like, hey, you wanna smoke something even better? And she whips out a glass pipe, dude. And I'm all, oh yeah, it's getting real. Let's just smoke and go to the skate park, dude. Like, fuck it. So we're just smoking up with this chick, dude. And
you know her name?
Huh?
Are you just not saying her name? Do you actually not know her name?
No, I can't remember, dude. She was a chick with blonde hair, and like she took
Did her name start with a K?
sunglasses.
Do you think her name started with a K?
Dude, this is in Vacaville. Like,
Okay.
Fuck. I'm 32. 15. So this was like 17 years ago.
Yeah. No, I got you.
And yeah, she just had these gnarly bug eyes, dude. That's what I remember. And she was hella tall, or hella small, hella skinny, hella fucking blonde, dude.
Dude, I feel like I know who you're talking about.
Wearing a white beater with like rolled up sweatpants. And so we're just, dude, I'm just getting fucking zooted with this random ass chick, dude, in front of the liquor store. And he ended up taking me to go like to meet this dude. And that's how I met Johnny, is at his house. And so he's like playing bass and I'm tweaking, trying to play bass on it too. And he's all, yeah, man, I met this chick and she's gonna go like this she's gonna go to like and sneak on with her, right? Yeah, you guys want to go? And we're all, yeah, fuck it, dude. So we go down to like, you know where that bus place, that near the fucking movie theater, right? How they have like the parking area for people who are gonna take the bus.
Yeah.
So we go there to meet up, and we get on this bus, dude, and it's just nothing but chicks. And we're all, how the fuck, I mean, now when I'm thinking, I'm like, how the fuck would we get away with that? Just the only 3 guys on a bus. So it's a girls' camp that was going on, dude. So, so, at the time, I'm all, yeah, fuck it. We're like, we get in, dude. And like, I sit down with some random chick and I'm tweaking hard, and like trying to fucking be like, yeah, it's cool. We're coming with you to go. I'll go with you. We're going to your camp and hanging out. And then like they start doing a head count on the bus and I'm trying to get under the fucking seat, dude, so that they wouldn't see me. And my fucking shoes are poking out in the aisle. Fucking big old fucking DVS shoes, man. And that's when they kicked us off. But that's how I met Johnny, man.
Dude, hold on really quick. Fizz is a local guy here in chat. Fizz, you're the only person that says Vacaville. Dude, it's Vacaville.
Vaca.
There's no way. I don't know. I'm trying to think of how like a geographical difference, but we're all from the same area. Well, Fizz, I think you're more east than us. I don't know, maybe that's it. Okay, so I also have a hilarious meeting Johnny story. And on mine, honestly, hold on.
Yeah.
I feel like mine tops yours. Mine is awesome. Mine is how I met Johnny and Steven at the same time.
Nice.
So, again, because I tried, I only name drop certain names. Do you remember the girl I dated off and on throughout all of high school whose name started with an A?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll call her Ashley for this.
Yeah.
This is probably the first time I was ever hanging out with her. This is my freshman year. We're not dating. I'm trying to, trying to lay down some groundwork. We're hanging out. We're at Northwest Park. At this point, Laban and Johnny had started their beef because they were the first 2 people that really started beefing. It was kind of like it turned into a band beef between our 2 bands, but it started off with Laban and Johnny.
What?
So, because it was over a girl. Again, I won't name drop her, but it was over,
Of course.
it was over a girl.
Yeah. Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So this kind of just turns into band beef where it's just like now our bands are beefing. I'm just kind of there. I'm a freshman. Keep in mind, I don't really go full egotistical in high school until junior year. I will always say that I probably would have always got my ass whooped by anybody if I tried. But starting junior year, I would have gotten into a fight with someone just because I was full ego at that point. I'd got some girls under my belt. I'd been, in a band for 2 years. Freshman year, I'm still very wide-eyed and naive and, innocent. And I don't really know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So, I'm sitting in Northwest Park with Ashley, and I was telling her about this. I was like, yeah, so our drummer Laban and this other bass player from a band in Vacaville, Johnny, they've got this beef, and I think it's over a girl, and I don't know that they're older than us. I'm like, I know this band is older than us. They drive themselves to shows, and Laban's mom drives us to our shows, and so I don't really know.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, that's crazy. And I'm like, yeah. And it's this guy Johnny. I literally, dude, I go, he's got this black swoop long hair, and he's usually wearing denim cutoff shorts, and he always wears these V-necks, and he's always got a backpack on. And she literally goes, oh, you mean like that guy right over there? And here comes Johnny and Steven walking up to me at Northwest Park. They have backpacks on with baseball bats sticking out.
Oh,
they look like swords coming out of like Link's sheath in Zelda. And I see the glimmer of the brass knuckles on Johnny's hand.
Oh man, dude, some scene beef right on.
So immediately I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm trying to impress this girl. Like I cannot because even from a young age, I knew like you cannot get beat up in front of a girl. So I'm weighing out my options. I'm like, what's worse? Do I get beat up by these 2 dudes in front of this girl and strike out? Or do I just kind of try to get my way out of it? I decided to get my way out of it. They walked up. Johnny starts yelling about Laban. He's like, well, you guys are talking shit and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, I don't know what Laban's been saying, but like, it's all good here. Like, I don't fucking know who you are. Like, it's just I'm cool. I don't know. If you want me to tell Laban something, I'll tell him. But I don't know this girl. At the time, I didn't really know her too well. I was basically like, this is the wrong deal. And so he was like, yeah, just like make sure, you guys need to quit talking shit, Bob. And I was like, okay, yeah, whatever, bro. It's all good. And then me and Ashley left. It's funny now that I'm buddies with Steven, he's like, dude, we were such pussies. We would have never fucking hit you because we'd be like afraid to kill you. On a side note, something that's hilarious was at the time I had a collapsed lung. I had a spontaneous pneumothorax my freshman year, and I didn't really know what it was. So I just kind of went for like a week, like having trouble breathing, not knowing what was going on. And that was during that week.
that's
So if they
gnarly.
would have like hit me in the chest, like I really probably would have just fucking died in front of this girl. But yeah, that's how I met them.
That's fucking
That's
crazy.
how I met them. And then we go on to become friends, and the whole thing's a funny story now.
They were like the home runners coming through from the Warriors.
Dude, I remember looking like just
Fucking
baseball bat handles like over the shoulder, like.
That's so fucking, dude. That's like culture wars, dude. That's fucking hilarious,
Yeah,
man.
and from that point on, we kind of
Damn.
beefed with them for a little bit. Yeah, Potomax, me and Steven started off as enemies, and then the story about how we became friends is even funnier. I was living in the Pulte homes, and Laban came to crash at my house for the night. It was like a Friday or Saturday night, and he came over because the next morning, him and Johnny planned to meet up at the park in Pulte and fight. They were gonna settle this shit. So Laban spends the night at my house. It's straight up like Rocky montage. He was like doing jumping jacks in my room all night. I'm like hyping him up. I'm like, you know, this is all, you know, if you need me, you fucking call me, you know, I'll be here. I tried to go with him, you know, just to be a buddy. He's like, no, it's all, bro, I'm going to settle this. I'll handle this myself. Like, you know, real deal type shit. So the next day, he gets up, he goes to Pulte Park, and, you know, I'm sitting at home, and about an hour later, he calls me and he goes, hey, dude, we're smoking hookah in his car. We're cool now. You want to come over? I'm like, dude, what? Apparently, he says he just went to the park, and Johnny was just like, dude, this is stupid, bro. I got a hookah in my car. Let's just get to know each other. Dude, it's all good.
Nice. What a good way to fucking handle that, dude. Nowadays, shit back then was so simple, and we just always took it this fucking high for, like you said, just getting crazy egotistical on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. Like, so many things could have been dealt with.
By just smoking hookah in a car.
Like, yeah, that's all it could have
just
been.
hanging out.
That's all it would have been. Fuck, man.
Fizz is still caught up on this. Dude, I know it's vodka, but
you could say it like a Japanese person.
Yeah, Fizz, are you a Japanese person? Is that what's going on here?
I'm vodka shit, dude. Yeah, if that's how world leaders need to handle things, dude. Either just fight it out, just see who's fucking been training hard. I've been going on Reddit. I don't want to get too political, but there's like just some things that are so fucking funny that people will write on Reddit because it's just the echo chamber in there. And holy fuck, dude. Like, they posted a picture of Obama like looking at Putin. Who, you know, Putin's piece of shit. We'll just get that, you know, we'll clear that before we get into it. But yeah, like Obama looking at him like downward, like giving him a stern, like fuck you type of look, right? And then you have Biden, who's like trying to shake his hand hard and not let go, like trying to do the Trump shake, right? Where it's like keeping it firm and stern, brother. Like, don't let go till I let go. Last man who lets go is a pussy type shit. And you go into Reddit, dude, when they post this shit, and they're like, yeah, like how a real leader should.
God.
Look at how he's looking at this guy. And it's like, I don't know if you guys know, and I put this comment, and of course it got downvoted like negative 21.
Reddit.
And yeah, I'm like, you know, in all realness, Putin's a fucking black belt in judo, dude. He'll fold everybody up. Like, dude, he'll wring Biden out like an old fucking like wet napkin, dude. You know what I mean? And same with Obama. Obama's, you know, I don't know. I mean, he's a chill guy, but he's still gonna get ringed out, you know? Like, it doesn't matter who you are, dude. And like, to think that because I said some shit like that, everybody gets on you, like, just starts downvoting relentlessly without commenting about it. It's all, nah, we're just talking real here, you know? Like, they can look at Putin all they want, but he'll either press a red button, or if like leaders, if they would be real leaders, and instead of sending people off to pointless wars to handle their, you know, what the fuck they want from each other, dude, just if we had people that trained every day, like their life depended on it, and they were the ones who were representing the country by fighting in an octagon, dude, Oh, dude, that's the way to do it. Or go smoke hookah in the car.
Well, dude, the thing that's crazy about those motherfuckers on Reddit is that they can't accept any shades of gray. So, like you said in the beginning, yes, Putin's obviously a dirtbag. He's obviously a bad guy, but he is also a fucking black belt and could whoop ass. Like, the two things can be true at once.
Yeah, it's like, all right, so yeah, this guy violated a fucking peace contract 26 times with Ukraine. We get it. He's a piece of shit. We're throwing that out there, but he'll fold them like a lawn chair, hands down. There's no way they're fucking gonna, be able to fucking put up with a black belt in judo. In judo, that's like a real martial art, not like some fucking 5-finger prey man is death venom kung fu. Like this is some real like jujitsu, wrestling, judo. He'll shoulder toss him. He'll hip toss him into a fucking guillotine.
And if it makes everybody on Reddit feel better, he would also fold Donald Trump.
Oh, 100%. Donald. I mean, he like not because Donald in which any way possible has any sort of hands in a fight, but just because of his like 6'5" stature, and he's kind of built. He's kind of built like a centaur, where it's like, for some reason his body's forward, but his ass is all the way in his ass is standing up straight, but his whole body's shifted forward. Dude, I don't know how gravity works.
He's just kind of always facing like
yeah, it's like up and then his body's like but he probably could fold him forward, not backward, but yeah, in the same sense, he'll fold Zelensky, he'll fold Trudeau, the younger guys who are running their countries. You know what I mean? And yeah, dude, like Sambo black belt, bro. He probably does whatever's in the fucking judo realm. That guy fucking does, dude, and he'll fold everyone up in all respected countries, dude. Unless he's fighting Unless the Middle East has some crazy Krav Maga fucking dude running the show, man, maybe he'll stand a chance. But no, in all realness, bro, it ain't happening. And yeah, man, it's like on Reddit, you can't give any criticism whatsoever, any slightest criticism. Like, dude, that's why. So I was Osmongold, right? The fucking, have you heard of that guy?
Who is it?
His name's Osmongold, dude, and he's got like a really good non-biased take on the shit that he's seeing, because he's watching shit go live and he'll pause and talk about like the criticisms of what they're saying. And this is for both Fox, CNN, everything. You know what I mean? And like the amount of the amount of hate is ridiculous. And live, when he talks to people in the chat, it's like, damn, there's really people who exist that just throw all logic out the window, no matter what they believe in. You know what I mean? And like, I mean, I don't know, dude. I think there's just a level of radicalism that just gets brewed with radical ideas that are just pushed agendas, and people just fall for it every time. And that goes for both right, left, up, down. Yeah, yeah, dude, it's fucking I don't know, man. I've just been watching too much shit again. I try to stay away from all the fucking videos of stuff, but like, this motherfucker's out here just making executive orders left and right and left. Like, it's impossible to hear about what's going on right now, because homie is in there just fucking moving.
I'm the same. I've been trying to cut back on politics for a little bit, and it's hard just because it's just what's on. I try to go look up on Twitter for like trending topics. Let's talk about this on stream, dude. Half of it's fucking politics. I'm like, dude, I'm down. I always end up getting into politics a little bit. I'm always down, but obviously, I don't want to have a fucking political show. I mean, I've got a fucking Soul Train background for my stream. I'm not, but yeah, it's super weird. I always talk about how we live in this weird world where like there's no such thing as facts anymore, and obviously there is, but according to everyone else, like. I remember I noticed this in high school. I remember in high school, I was like, dude, have you guys ever noticed that if you go on the internet and you look up, is milk good for you? Your top 2 results will be a whole ass article and a funded study about how milk is good for you. And then the next one is a whole ass article and a funded study about how milk is bad for you.
Yeah.
And then I remember recently
And then it just deep dives into like the history of why cheese exists.
I remember when the last election when Ron DeSantis was running,
Yeah.
and Ron DeSantis did that stupid debate with Gavin Newsom, even though Gavin Newsom wasn't running.
Yeah.
I remember after that debate, I was on YouTube, and I can't remember the 2 channels at all, but I remember on one of the, like, Republican or conservative political commentary channels,
Mm-hmm.
they played a clip from that debate and said, this is a part where Ron DeSantis fucking schools Gavin Newsom. And then I'm not even kidding, I went right over to a left-wing political commentary channel, and they played the exact same clip and said, this is how Gavin Newsom schools Ron DeSantis. And I'm like, oh, so there's no objective fact anymore. Like, in the
Yeah.
real world, in a normal world, like, they would just say, this is what's right, and the other side would say, okay, yeah, you're right, let's move on to the next topic.
Right.
But nowadays, there's no. I also bring up, one of the, like, fucking, I guess, like, most, like, hot button topics, the whole George Floyd thing. Like, people are still debating how that guy died.
Which is crazy because, I mean, dude, I don't care if you've got lung problems, brain problems, drug problems, whatever, dude. I mean, the fact is like, like the officer who was involved in him dying, whether he did kill him or not, has a track record of being a piece of shit. Yeah, he's got a track record of being a fucking piece of shit, dude. And he hasn't been let go, but he's been on multiple fucking leaves. And then when this happens, dude, it's like now it's not even the point of, I mean, back in the day, yeah, it was the point that he died, like based on all the evidence. So based on evidence, it's possible he didn't kill him. However, dude, he does have a huge hand in fucking like the involvement of dude dying, you know?
Yeah.
You can't kneel on somebody for that long. I mean, okay, so I'll give perspective, you know, like when he had his knee on his neck, whether that killed him or not, which probably helped or it didn't help his situation, even if he was on drugs or not. This one time I got pulled over back when I was driving my Buick, and it was me and my brother in the car. And we got pulled over because I had paper plates, and they pulled me over because I didn't have real plates yet. And they didn't see like the sign in my window that had the expiration date of how long I could have these plates for. So they wanted to question us about that. And he had a closed container in the car. So while they were questioning and stuff, he put the closed container on the ground between his legs, right? And then they drew, this is Vacaville too, back at PD.
Yeah.
And they draw guns on him with lights and shit, telling him to fucking put it down. He's like, it is down. It's a fucking beer. It's closed container. Like it's on the ground in the, you know, and I'm sober at the time driving. And they fucking just open the door up and just rip him out, dude. Cause I mean, not wearing a seatbelt. No, we don't wear fucking seatbelts, you know? So they were able to just tear his ass out. And while they're dragging him out, dude, I go over to try to grab his arm. And that's when the cops drag me out. And they have their fucking knee on my head against the pavement, dude. Dude, it was the worst. It felt like, I wanted to cry, dude. I went limp. Like all I could do is like not resist, you know? And that's all they're saying is don't resist, stop resisting. I'm like, my fucking hand, I'm not, dude. I'm so limp right now. Like I wanted to cry. It hurt so bad, dude. Like the ball of his fucking kneecap just pressing into my temple into the ground. So, dude, I have like a somewhat experience of like what could that be, but on your neck, you know, like on your artery. So I don't know, dude. I think it's fun. I think Ben Shapiro's I think he's a fucking idiot to try to get a repeal for that shit. And I think it's just like what we were talking about. It's just radical. It's a radical chessboard, dude. And you have to keep moving you have to see what piece is the best radical piece to move to get both sides going. Because you're going to know who your audience is when there's somebody who's all, yeah, he should be repealed. Obviously, that's a radical retard. And then you have the people, all it's going to do is just make all the radicals on the left upset as fuck. And then it takes them off of everything like that's going on. Dude, it's stupid. You know, it's fucking dumb. But
there's a guy that I heard recently saying about the Ben Shapiro thing. He was saying, look, even if you do totally believe that George Floyd's death was all fentanyl overdose, there's no political reason to want the president to fuck, I don't even remember the word, to to help out Derek Chauvin or whatever, to federally remove his federal charges or whatever the fucking word is.
Yeah.
Because all that's going to do is make the left wing mad. Like, that's literally just a move to piss off the other side. Because he has
Yeah.
state charges. He's not
Yeah.
getting out of prison. Like, he's
Oh,
in
yeah,
prison.
for
You're
sure.
not getting him out. So if Donald Trump came out and is like, yeah, I'm going to sign this shit, we're going to federally, remove his charges or whatever, he's still not getting out of prison.
No.
So you're literally just poking the other side, which is what it's all about nowadays. Everyone just wants to poke the other side.
Yeah, and half of it is because they want you to see just how fucking radical that side is. But I mean, with all fairness, dude, it's like if you're gonna poke the other side, well, I think that at the same time that just shows how fucking moronic like our society's become, to where it's like we just go along with that type of idiocy, dude. Where idiocracy, where it's like you're literally fucking, yeah, like you said, they're poking the fucking bear with something that he can't even fucking do, like realistically, to get him out of prison. But he's doing it just to fucking show them how radical these people are being about it. But which is dumb, because why would you choose that fucking thing when there's like a whole list of other fucking things that they've been poking them about that are actually logically retarded?
Yeah.
Like doing fucking doing science experiments on rats, for doing like transgender fucking experiments on rats and shit, throwing millions at that kind of stuff, or giving millions for Sesame Street and whatever. Like, there's so many fucking like real proof positive things that could show people like, oh, this is retarded. Why were we putting money into that? But no, let's go the extra mile to make some, let's go the extra mile to see just how fucking radically retarded we can pull out of our ass to make people agree with us on our side.
Yeah.
To make them look like radicals too, so now they fucking hate each other even more. Like, it doesn't fucking end, dude. If you're a right-wing guy, you're a fucking Nazi, racist, fucking trans-hating person. If you're on the left side, you're a blue-haired retard, fucking,
Hold on. First of all, just to redeem myself, the word is pardoned. That's the word I was looking for.
Pardoned, yeah.
And then also, so yeah. If you're on the right, you're a Nazi. If you're on the left, you're a queer or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a guy that I like. He's an author. He wrote a book on the Charles Manson story. I talk about this shit pretty much every stream. It's like one of my favorite dudes. I think he's like a great mind today. He had an interview where he said today, the scary thing about today is that nobody has the ability to separate, like nobody can tell what's propaganda and what's real news. He was like, Donald Trump is not a fucking Nazi or like, he's like, real Nazis would laugh at Donald Trump and call him a pussy.
Yeah.
And then he's like, and on the left wing, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, they're not communists. Like, real Chinese communists would laugh at Joe Biden and call him a pussy. He's like, these are all very establishment, run of the mill. They're not doing shit. It's no one, only the followers are the radical ones. Like, dude, they're all just suits that play the game. They're just fucking typical politicians. And then the people get riled up and they become the radical ones. And then they look stupid because it's like, bro, Kamala Harris is not ride or die for you. Like, she doesn't give a fuck like you guys do. Donald Trump is not ride or die for you. He doesn't give a fuck like you guys do,
Right. Exactly. And that brings me to a good point right now, is like, everybody is in an uproar over Elon being in control of like fucking being in control of the spending of government and stuff. Like, he's kind of got his hands into who they're letting go, who they're watching spending on, making people fucking give these email reports of what they did this week and shit. And they're super pissed off, saying like, oh, we have this billionaire Elon Musk and this billionaire fucking Donald Trump president. But it's like, dude, like, this is probably the only time in history, if it's played out right, whether on their end or whatever, that we are actually seeing the curtain drawn. Like, this never changed. There was billionaires not in office, but there were billionaires pulling strings, making donations, and really fucking making the rules, dude, in the game of politics. But they're always behind closed doors. You don't see them doing that. You see fucking Biden on TV, fucking Obama on TV, George Bush on TV. But you don't see the motherfuckers in the back scenes, like really fucking playing the moves, really fucking making the financial decisions in politics that best fucking is in their interests. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you do.
Yeah.
Not like
Yeah.
it's in your face. Like you should now see like, oh, there's billionaires in it. Well, fuck me. I guess you didn't see that, but that's how it's always fucking been. Everybody like the why were they bailing out all these billionaires back in 2008, 2009,
Yeah.
10, 11? Occupy Wall Street when that was going down, dude. Like during the great '08 crash, what were we doing here? Or why did the owner, the two towers and the insurance and all this shit? How did the Titanic, we'll go that far back, and the insurance claim on the whole fucking ship that just hit an iceberg that nobody saw until they were 10 feet away. Like, dude, we'll go so far. We'll go to the Knights Templar. Why were they hiring these fucking secret super soldiers to go to, take God's land? But they have all this treasure now. Like, dude, billionaires have been playing politics for as long as history can remember, dude. There is no fucking one showman that comes up and starts making all the fucking decisions. No, but now there is. It's Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, now there is. Now we all fucking know who's pulling those strings. And you know what? On the Democratic side, Trump knows who the Trump is for the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elon knows who the Elon is on the left. They all know each other, dude. They all fucking Titanic.
Titanic.
Titanic. And the Titanic.
One of the things I think is funny too is about how right now everyone's talking about, oh, fucking Musk and Trump. They're like, that's the party of billionaires. They're the billionaires that don't give a fuck. I'm like, bro, did you not see all the multi-million-dollar celebrities that came out to endorse like the other side? Like
they went into debt. They went into hundreds of millions, like 300 million. Was it They went into millions and millions of debt to get these fucking stars
to get like Cardi B
to have the fucking Brady Bunch style screen of fucking saying, "Oh, vote for Kamala, do what's right for the country, human rights. My fucking man pussy hurts," type shit. Like, oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, they're all fucking retarded. They're all retarded, and they're all millionaires and billionaires, and none of them give a fuck about.
They don't give a fuck, and people don't really. And if you go on Reddit saying that shit, they'll just shut it down. And it's
dude, Reddit is fucking crazy.
So I love going on there and just trying to see like what is the most radical fucking shit people are saying right now, dude. And the same thing with blowing up fucking Tesla cars. What is that? What's blowing up his cars gonna do? All you're doing is promoting people to the people who hate you most are going to buy those cars now. So either A, they have a fucking reason to use their fucking right wing gun-toting fucking milliblasters to blow you away. 2, because they want to ruin your day. And 3, because they like Elon Musk from what they show him on Fox 40 News as opposed to what they show on CNN. All you're doing is just radicalizing people to fucking hate you for torching cars, and they don't even own Teslas, Yeah, and it's like it's the same as what Osmongold said, dude. If you are going to fucking start setting businesses ablaze, no matter what they are, in the name of the politics you believe in, that's radical terrorism, dude.
Yeah.
It's the same thing of fucking screaming Allah and running into a building with a bomb on your chest. It's the same thing of saying in the name of the Lord, gunning down a preschool. It's terrorism,
It's dude, it's my biggest pet peeve today, especially with our generation. It seems like the biggest generation to do it, the fucking millennials. It's all, first of all, it's all virtue signaling. No one actually believes shit.
Oh yeah.
Remember, so again, back to the George Floyd era when they were doing all the Black Lives Matter stuff. When George Floyd died in Minnesota, and you had kids like throwing a brick through a window of like some old lady's antique shop in downtown like LA and California.
Yeah.
What is that doing to contribute to this cause? I respect the motherfuckers, whether I believe in the cause or not. I respect the motherfuckers that will spend money and buy an airplane ticket and fly to Minnesota and go handle business. But I'm going to throw a brick through a window of a car in Oregon. Like, cool. Now you just put a guy who's like already in debt. Now he can't get to work, and now he can't buy his kids dinner, right? Because you just vandalized his car. That is the only car he has to get to work. It's all just. I remember I saw a girl that too from Vacaville, Fizz. I'll give you that one there. She lives in some other state now, and who she is not important, but it's she posted some video on Instagram. She went to like a show, it was like a hardcore show in a basement, like just in somebody's basement. There was like 30 kids.
Yeah.
And in this video, one of the kids at this hardcore show with 30 kids in a basement was in the pit with like a Palestine flag. And I'm like, so you literally just want to make sure that these other 29 kids know that you're on the right side, because
Of course.
there's no politicians in the room that are going to see this and be inspired and go do anything about it. You're not giving money to any cause. You're just dancing with a flag in a basement in front of 29 kids at a hardcore show. Like that's
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is the perfect summary of what I can't stand. No one's going to school to learn anything. No one's getting into politics. No one's donating money. They're just throwing bricks through windows of strangers' cars on streets and dancing around with flags in basements at hardcore shows.
Yeah, and what they don't understand is, or what they like to say is, oh, these businesses have insurance that covers this, or these people's car insurance will cover this. But they don't realize that rates fucking go up, dude. And when your city starts getting fucked up, rates go even higher to fucking protect the fucking property in those fucked up cities, dude. Like when I lived in Dixon, like my car insurance for liability at the time was maybe like $50 a month, maybe $40 a month, because I owned my car outright. And then when I moved to Sacramento, though, over off of Watt Avenue in the Arden area, my fucking insurance went up like to $70. Why? Because it's a fucked up area over there. That's why they ask your address.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, like it's if people are just people want chaos, dude. People don't fucking care. Like same with the LA riots, dude. When what's his name fucking got beat the fuck up back in the 90s.
Rodney King.
When they fucking lit LA on fire, dude, and that's how you got roof Koreans to go up and hold guard, dude, with fucking rifles and shit, protecting their fucking stores, man, that they were owning out there on the roof. They had their headbands on and all types of shit. They had a whole front going on, dude. It was badass. So like people just want to fucking start chaos, dude, especially in like Washington, or was it is it Oregon, where they like dated off their own fucking go over a Starbucks and started their own Portland, Oregon, dude, where they made like their own city where nobody else could come in.
Washington. You're talking about that Chaz Chop nonsense?
Dude, I can't remember which state, which city it was.
So
but
in Washington during that time, a bunch of motherfuckers took over like a street downtown, like a block.
Yeah, that's right.
And they declared it like an autonomous zone.
Mm-hmm.
And the city like humored this, and people died. Like people got murdered. Like
they wouldn't let ambulances come in, you know?
Yeah. So the funny thing is, these are all, left wingers that are very anti-gun, but immediately people start breaking out the guns, and they started trying to like make gardens. So they laid out like cardboard pizza boxes and put soil on it and tried to grow plants.
Yeah.
They tried to play 1960s hippies. But the thing is, the 1960s hippies, I love the 60s, and I always say that the hippies of the 60s were the real deal. Like your grandparents on a commune, they got shit done. They knew how to change a tire.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino, that movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yep.
I love the scene where the one of the kids on the commune slashes Brad Pitt's tire.
Yeah.
And Brad Pitt comes out and says, change the fucking tire.
Yeah.
And the kid changes it. If that scene happens today, the kid goes, I don't know how to change it. And Brad Pitt fucks this kid up even more and changes the tire himself. I love that shit. I'm like, dude, at the very least, the hippies of the 60s, whatever you want to call them, they knew how to grow plants, and like they knew how to, somewhat take care. Like the Manson, all the Manson motherfuckers on Spawn Ranch, they were out,
Yeah.
They were. These kids nowadays, trying to plant fucking plants on pizza boxes, and and then the fact that the government just humors them and it's like, oh, just let them have their fun. Like, it's like, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane. It's this like the same way they're trying to what's it called? They want to recall the mayor of Los Angeles right now. Rightfully. Yeah, rightfully. It's just fucking crazy how during that time period, that wasn't even like a fucking thing. Everybody was so focused on Newsom at the time, dude, and still are to this day.
Dude, we're going to get him as president and it's going to suck.
I don't know, dude. Actually, I don't know, man. It really depends. Him having that interview with Charlie Kirk, dude, was like a huge step for especially the governor of California, dude, going on to like a legit right-wing podcast, not even just a podcast like Joe Rogan who talks left, right, just wants to fucking, you know what I mean, not even really debate, but just to have fucking point of views on their fucking shit. But someone who is 100% right-wing, I would even go as far as like to say on some levels radical at times, you know.
Yeah.
And to not just like to maybe have not really debate, but try to explain himself and explain like things that he really believed in, other than like where he had to play politics on trans issues, like with the women's in sports thing. You have a point. That plays a lot into people going like, damn, okay, maybe Gavin isn't like as big of a fuckhead as we were making him out to be. Maybe this guy has some kind of logic left in him to kind of make changes in his state, you know. But I don't know, dude, because it's fucking politics. He could just be bullshitting and just
Well, I think it was actually Protomax here in chat. He told me one time that I don't know where he got this from, but apparently Tucker Carlson has said that he's had dinner with Gavin Newsom,
Mhm.
and in real life, Gavin Newsom is a totally normal, very bright and intelligent dude who's just playing the fucking game.
Right.
So I think he's gonna run because in that podcast, notice how he kind of centered a little bit more. Like he was like, "Oh yeah, we shouldn't be letting dudes play in
right.
women's sports." So I think he's trying to now, and other people have been saying this, he's trying to kind of get more into the middle so that
Yeah.
he can run, because I think they're starting to realize like we can't just cater to the college kids. Like
Mhm.
that's not going to work. It did not work for Kamala. Like just catering to the college kids, they're like, you know, the radical ones.
Yeah, I think because a lot of the stuff that he was answering to weren't real answers. A lot of it was just either kind of like in defense or just kind of word salad. Like when he talked about cleaning up the streets, not just for Xi Jinping, but just why can't you do it all the fucking time now?
Yeah.
You know, and then like just we'll use that for example. Is he kind of just whenever they give the runaround, it kind of just shows that they're not. I don't think he fucking call, dude. Or maybe he was, but that was kind of the only time where he was making like decisions on account of how California should look for this particular moment or etc. But either A, like he's just in it for he's just there as the puppet for whoever's pulling California strings,
Mhm.
or B, he is kind of just playing into the face of politics so that he can get B actually won't really is I'm kind of like you said, because he's sort of coming center now. B, playing on politics so that he can get his bag and all of this too. You know, like Nancy Pelosi and shit, playing the markets and getting his fucking bread up in the meantime of playing as governor. But now that might not be like, I'm kind of leaning more 50-50 on that now, because if he's going on these podcasts and also leaning more center, and then on top of that, I don't know, dude. It's hard to tell, man. I don't think he'll get into the president. I don't think he'll make it as president just because of his track record. Dude, but then again, fuck everyone. Biden's track record was fucked up. He was saying he like graduated from like a prestigious university at top of his class.
Biden got kicked out of the presidential race in like the 80s or something for like plagiarizing his entire run.
Yeah, dude, he's got the worst track record to becoming president, and that should have been the first sign. Having a dude with dementia in the hot seat, he was not making fucking decisions. And Kamala, hell no, she wasn't making any kind of decisions, dude. There's no way there's no way Kamala would be making billion-dollar decisions for the country, dude.
No.
And there's no way a fucking senile guy would be making any kind of billion-dollar decisions for the company. That should have been the first sign to people, is like, and the way he won too. I'm not going to get into like conspiracy theories and shit, but the writing's on the fucking wall, dude, of how he like was able to nab up that presidency.
Yeah.
Against Trump. And now you have Trump again, a billionaire, taking on another billionaire to come with him into the office, dude. Like it doesn't get any more fucking like clear view mirror than that, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Biden has dementia and still made it to president. No, he didn't make it, dude. They fucking put him there. They put him there just like they put Kamala in the running seat when he dropped out.
Yeah.
Like,
That was my biggest beef. You know, I don't really care for any of them. That's always my thing. I don't really like any of them. But my biggest beef with that side was I'm like, dude, you guys are the ones talking about democracy and like, oh, Donald Trump's going to destroy democracy. Bro, they literally inserted this broad into the, like, what are you guys talking about? And it was just like, yeah, Fizz, that's always one of my big things. How you know, like Nancy Pelosi, how fucking rich is Nancy Pelosi for making, you know, 100, whatever the fuck she makes a year?
Yeah. That's a good point, Fizz. Yeah.
And the left is like the fucking king of that. Like, dude, remember when Biden dropped out of nowhere on a Sunday with a single tweet, and then just immediately everybody's like, Kamala is God. This bitch is gonna take us to the top. Like, this is the female Barack Obama, bro. This is our fucking one. I was like, what the dude? Less than 24 hours, dude. You guys, and no one knows anything about her. Like,
yeah,
she didn't lose because she's too. She didn't lose because she's radical. She lost because she has no real thoughts in her head. Like, dude, she's like a fucking wine mom, dude. She's like,
but that's perfect for them, for someone who needs a backdoor. We're gonna call them backdoor billionaires. That's perfect for somebody. That's perfect for the backdoor billionaires, though. You know, is to have someone who doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. Someone who can just. I come from a middle-class family. Okay. I want to do what's best for the middle working class. But there is no middle working class. There's working class and middle class. It's not fucking 30 years ago, you know? That's just fucking... No, that was dumb. To have her fucking as runner-up, even just to use her. I mean, but that was like, when I look back on what Trump said while against Biden during their debate, when he said, if I'm elected president, I am funding black community colleges or some crazy shit. He said something about funding black education, like putting a whole bunch of money into the black community and educations of like where more poverty areas are. He's president now, and I haven't heard him say that a single fucking time. Not during his newest campaign and not fucking since he's in office now, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's the same thing as what they did with Kamala. All they had for her was their last ditch effort as a black woman, a woman, not black, a woman of color, come in and be their fucking like, okay, this has to get every fucking Dem on board now, and we're gonna have celebrities and oh fuck, man.
There's a guy I saw. I don't know who it was. I was just scrolling random YouTube shorts. It was a black dude. I mean, he was speaking against the Democrats, and he's like, bro, how fucking retarded do they think you are that they're going to bring in Cardi B to tell you who to... Cardi B, a high school dropout who's like a fucking stripper.
Who drugged guys and fucking robbed them. Like,
yeah, they're bringing her to tell you who to vote for. Like, that's what they think of you guys.
It's that... I don't know what it is, dude, but... No, actually, I know what it is. I just don't know why it is that, like, Cardi B drugs people, robs people. OnlyFans models fucking can fuck old dudes for money, and it's all empowerment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's a dude drugging women and stealing their money, he's a fucking criminal. And if it's actually not even a guy at OnlyFans, but if it's a ordinary chick who's not even on OnlyFans, fucking an old dude, it's fucking weird. But if it's an OnlyFans model doing it, it's, get that bag, girl. You know what I mean? It's totally fucking fine. So I want to get into something crazy. And I don't have the resources or I don't have the paper trail on it anymore. But there was both a video and Instagram posts and on Twitter of like behind the scenes OnlyFans chicks that go to Saudi Arabia and all those Middle Eastern countries. And oh boy, where do we start? We'll start light. We'll start at the very light of the tail end and start with predatory OnlyFans models having sex with like very underage kids of the brothers who bought them to come down to take like their virginities and shit for $50K. You know, they'll have all expenses paid. So they'll have somebody message them. Saudi Arabian people, and of course they do like a fucking they'll vet, like do a check and vet and see like previous girls they've been with and whatnot, and they'll get in contact with them to see if this person's even real. Give them the name, give them this and that to make sure that okay, the Saudi Arabian dude is a multi-million oil fucking person.
Yeah.
Cool, who I'm gonna go fuck for money. So it starts with that. Then it goes into messages of like the deal. And like 60 to 70% of the time, a lot of it is I have a younger brother whose virginity I want you to take. And it's for his birthday, or it's just or it's already been laid out. It's a surprise. It's yada yada, right? So they'll go down there, all expenses paid, and on top of that, so expenses paid, hotel, this and that, unless they're staying with them. And yeah, dude, they'll take this fucking like 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old kid's virginity. And these are OnlyFans who are like 22, 25, 27, 30 with fake everything, of course. And dude, they'll just stay there the whole time, just fucking these little kids' brains out, dude, for the fucking money.
So this is like renting Russian girls, but the opposite.
Opposite. Exactly. It's paying between like 50 to like 30. I mean, there were messages that showed as low as like 25K, as low as 15K, all expenses paid on top of that. And these are for like women who maybe are just starting, or because they know how to pick them. They're fucking multi-million-dollar. These are the guys who fucking drive the fucking Versace wrapped fucking Lambos around in Saudi Arabia, who shoot guns and go trailblazing and shit, you know? And so they know how to pick and choose, like either someone who they've been with before, they renegotiate and all that. And there was another one. So now we're going to get into, so we got into the pedophile side of it, because people love to fucking think with all these hot as fuck teachers who are getting pregnant by all these kids in middle school, you know, God forbid we ever had something like that at Dixon High, but it's wrong regardless. And nobody looks at that fact, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, until you see their mugshot, but people will still defend that kind of bullshit. And the same thing with OnlyFans models. Like, oh, it's a big bootied. Oh, if I was 12, I'd love to fucking OnlyFans model for free. My brother paid for it, yada, you know?
Yeah.
Then you get into the bestiality portion. So, there's levels to this shit.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Like, and when I talk and I'm not just saying like fucking a German, or, you know, like a German Shepherd. We're talking like camels. You know what I mean?
Fucking Jesus.
Like, you're doing lewd shit on camera for these dudes who will pay to literally, like, there's guys who will pay good money for you to fuck their little brother. And then there's guys who just want to pay. They just throw money like it's change to watch these chicks just like do lewd things with camels and other animals in front of them. Yeah. And then, like, dude, it goes to like fucking around with this animal, to getting shit on by this animal, to drinking its piss, to like, it gets fucked up, dude. Like, fucked up.
Everybody has a price.
Oh.
Every white girl has a price for sure too.
Oh, yeah. And the crazy thing is when they come back and they're fucking like defending their OnlyFans account and showing like, oh, I paid for this house with my OnlyFans, you know? It's like, well, what OnlyFans model makes that much fucking money to have a 5-bedroom, 2-story, 4-acre home, dude?
Yeah.
Like, not somebody who is out here just like flashing their fucking tits on camera. Not some chick, not some high schoolers who we might know who have gone to it and maybe make like $300 a month from the 20-something followers that they gained over 4 fucking years.
Yeah.
But these are chicks who are fucking eating camel shit and also letting the fucking dudes shit on them, piss on them, all types of stuff, dude. It's like survival of the wealthiest out there, man. They'll push the envelope with these chicks. And if they say no, all they got to do is just up the price.
Yeah.
They just tell them 50 more, 50 more, 50 more. What about this? 500K, 500K. I send you home tomorrow. We're done. How about this? Just drink a little bit of the pee-pee. Drink a little bit of the good pee-pee. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's fucking crazy. So like before I had a thing against OnlyFans models just because like it's just fucking wrong for women. And also on the dudes' ends who fucking pay for that shit. The
Yeah.
people who fucking pay to watch it, they're just as fucking bad.
Yeah,
If not worse, you know?
I usually, just because I'm a dude, and I feel like people should call out their own brothers and sisters. I usually go in harder on the dudes. I go in on both. Like
rightfully.
I talk sometimes on here about how I don't watch porn anymore. I think porn in general, you always hear about how it's just bad for your brain. I've read that it's bad for your
is.
creativity. It stifles creativity.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible. I think it's a little tacky. You see, like Christian people talk. I was addicted to porn, and I don't think it's I have a difference of opinion on addiction versus impulse, just because I've been
Yeah.
a fucking heroin and fentanyl addict. So I can tell you that when you stop watching porn, no, it's not as bad as quitting heroin. So I don't call it an addiction. But yeah,
Right.
sure, it's an impulse, and we do have a loneliness thing. There's too many dudes that are fucking lonely and jacking off and watching porn.
Right.
But at the same time, yeah, there's girls that are doing that shit. But I usually go in on the dudes because I'm like, bro, you guys are the ones that pay this girl $40 million a year for
Yeah.
OnlyFans,
Yeah.
stuff. It's like if you guys would stop paying that shit,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have it.
Proto's right, dude. You got to reevaluate your life if you're really paying for that type of shit. Like,
Oh, especially considering, like, dude, if you want to watch porn today, bro, I can promise you, I can find any OnlyFans girls posts on Reddit for free
Yeah.
right now. Like, it's
100%. But like you said too, with the loneliness, I know. So being involved with the sex industry over in Japan, especially when it came to like working as an operator to help out set these girls up on their dates and stuff, it really is like a connection thing because you have the people so all the organizations that how we'll call it an umbrella. So you have Japan as your umbrella, the sex industry as a whole, right? You got the whole fucking pornographic side over here, but then you have all the street workers, all the call girls, all the fucking actual like pretty much paycheck to paycheck type chicks on this side, right? So on the paycheck to paycheck side, what was I getting at? Oh, the info. So it's more realistic on this side because on that side it's fantasy land, right? Over on the industry side that you watch on TV, but on like boots on the ground workers over here type shit, it's all real situations. So you have these categories of you have girls who you just call who will just come over, fuck you, do their thing, leave, or you can go to a whorehouse where you just go, fuck them, leave, or you go to another spot, blowjob, leave, etc. But then you have something called a GFE. It's a girlfriend experience that they highly promote over there. So this is like where things start to cost more money because this girl's coming over and acting like you guys been known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
So people in droves that come to Japan. So like, oh, not only am I going to have this girl who I could, get the cultural experience from downstairs, now it's like, oh, I'm getting a whole girlfriend experience. Like I'm going to go meet this chick who probably speaks enough English to connect with me, act like we've been dating for X amount of time, and I get to have her for the night type shit.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not saying I understand in a relatable way, but I kind of understand through like a third party view of what these type of girls have to put up with to make their money over here, Yeah, they're not fucking dogs and shit, but I mean, they're over here like really on their end taking care of these dudes without like stringing them along with more money. Like what you see is what you get and what you pay is what you're going to receive,
Yeah.
But on the OnlyFans side over here is like, we're just going to keep fucking stringing this relationship along while you just keep hitting pay. You know what I mean? And dudes just eat into that shit that are really fucking lonely, Because I mean, and we're talking about like guys who probably haven't heard a female's voice more than fucking less than 10 feet from them type shit. Like real incel type shit, but without the woman hate,
Yeah.
And yeah, it's bad on both ends though. So, but OnlyFans women will manipulate at a high degree because they know they can. They know your interests that you've shared with them. They know what you hate, what you love, what you're looking for in relationships, and they'll fucking just manipulate the fuck for those dollars out of you, you know? So, I don't know, man. It's all evil.
Yeah, no, that's the thing is it's I always go back and forth like who do I blame more? Realistically, I blame them both equally.
Equally, yes.
I just I end up calling out dudes more just because I am a dude. If I was a girl, I'd call out girls more. But
100%. Yeah. That's a very, very good, that's a very good way to do that. That's a very good way to look at that.
it's like getting the speck of wood out of your own eye before you get the log of wood out of your neighbor's eye. It's just, I talk more about my brothers than I do my, I don't know what it's like to be a girl,
Right.
And I, I like to joke a lot. I always talk about if I was a girl, I'd be a whore, dude. I'd make $1 million fucking a year on, hell yeah, I'd do that shit. Realistically, no, hopefully I wouldn't. And if I ever had like a daughter, I'd, if I ever found that shit out, it'd be bad, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, dudes pay for this shit. It's like, bro, your OnlyFans paying for this shit. And it's like, it's funny how it's so common knowledge now that OnlyFans girls are not the ones messaging you. Like they have dudes that they pay to do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But dudes still pay for that shit, knowing full well it's a guy on the other end that's messaging you. It's
yeah, I know it. I met a chick in LA who told me about shit like that a long time ago. Yeah.
yeah. It's, you become an OnlyFans girl, you make $1 million, you open up your own small business, you pay a handful of guys to run your shit for you and message all the dudes that pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Protomex. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy, and dudes pay for that shit knowing full well. Like it's a dude.
Yeah.
It's common knowledge now that it's dudes that they're hiring to do that shit. So what does that say about you?
Yeah.
When you're paying to talk to a dude.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, fucking. You're right, dude. It's on all ends of the spectrum, man. It's the guys who got into managing OnlyFans. It's the guys who got into fucking promoting the shit, paying the fucking girls too, and it's the girls who's doing the work, and it's the fucking simps over here just shuffling out money to keep that circle alive and well, because it's obviously alive and well, or else we wouldn't have every fucking third scroll on my Instagram being an OF page.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not going, I don't think it's going anywhere. That's the deal. I don't think OnlyFans is ever going to fucking die out. I honestly think it's just going to get worse. And I think once they get these fucking these sex robots booted up, dude, I can guarantee you they'll have Wi-Fi for them for your house like Alexa. And then you can pay to have the voice of your OnlyFans on, dude. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. 70-year-old man who would pay her $500 a week to go out for coffee because he was so.
Hold on. I was gonna say Annie. Calamity Jane. The character I talk about on the channel. She was a stripper for a time. We got into drugs, stripping to make money, whatever. I'm pretty sure she had dudes that would come in and they would pay for lap dances, and they would just sit and talk with her. They'd be like, "Oh, could we just talk for like 30 minutes?" So, yeah, there are dudes. It almost sucks to say loneliness epidemic because that's almost like a political thing to say now, but it's true. There are dudes that are just fucking antisocial and don't know how to talk to people, and they're out paying $500 for.
Yeah.
This specific case sounds a little different. If the guy's 70, I'd imagine maybe he had a wife that died, or maybe he.
Yeah.
Maybe his wife left him, or he could be a total dirtbag and just was like a weirdo and never got a girlfriend. It could be that too. But yeah, I think there's a lot of dudes. I always joke about if I went to a strip club, I'd pay for a lap dance and just be like, "So what's your favorite book? Like, what movies do you like?" I want to do that shit so bad just for fun.
If I was to put my own brain into the life of a 70-year-old, it's like you've been through all the dating. You've been through all the fucking, you've been through all the life talks and life lessons of everything. You're ready to fucking go at this point between 70 and 90 years old. So you're at like a realization in life as you have an epiphany of just, you've done it all already. So you're 70, man, all your energy that you put into fucking talking to people beforehand. Yeah. His wife has died. Yeah. So you made a good point right there. You know what I mean? He was a little grandpa guy. So I feel like there's differences in service. Paying somebody $500 a week to go out and have coffee, to me, sounds like this guy just needs a friend because he either doesn't have family or all his friends have fucking died or in homes and shit, or he probably can't fucking drive anymore at 70, you know?
It's different than a 23-year-old paying for OnlyFans.
Yeah, dude, they're on a whole different level, man. And you know, I'm not saying like, even if I'm not trying to take it to a point of where like age is everything, but in your 20s, that's crazy. I can't get into the headspace of a fucking younger dude that has to, unless let's say you're like, you've gotten into like a huge serious accident, you know, and your fucking arms and legs and nothing fucking works, dude. And you have like your parents paying for pity dates, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I could see there being situations, but these are real niche situations. I mean, if this was something that was just like, think about people that go and visit mentally retarded homes during Christmas. I did that when I was young, 3 Christmases, dude. And my parents were like, fuck all this. We're staying home. You know, like that's like a real, it ain't nobody else Christmas caroling at that time, dude. It was us and maybe one other fucking family of 2, you know?
Yeah.
So it plays, man. And that's actually something, you know, that is something to kind of think about on that end. As for like people who are, that's at the same time, it's like, is it wrong for her to take $500?
Yeah, that's the question in that case.
Yeah, for being friends with this guy. Well, then again, it is your time. And I'm sure you don't just go around making friends with fucking 70-year-olds all the time. Like, this is your thing. This is how I live my life. If she's a younger chick, has a job, has friends, you know, has whatever, and just, yeah, I'll make some extra money on the side to go fucking talk to this dude for a week. I don't know, dude. I think it just plays into morals. I don't think there's anything really morally wrong with doing that, you know? But if let's say that she just, let's say that in the heat of things, she was going after like his social security or his retirement when he dies. That'd be something different. That would be like, okay, that's kind of fucking scummy. So not only are you taking money from this dude, now you're just full-fledged using this fucking guy, you know, which I doubt she's doing. You know, I'm just saying in a hypothetical world of like moral choices, you know what I mean? But yeah, dude, I mean, fuck. That topic takes a whole ass left turn there, dude.
Yeah, it's definitely more like, I wouldn't attack her before I attack the OnlyFans girls that go after 20-year-olds and teenagers. And
right.
You could even, or I'm sure there's an argument that she's doing a good thing by. I'm sure some people would argue, oh well, she should just do it for free. She shouldn't take the money. But then, like you said, that's her time. She's giving up time out of her day to.
Yeah.
In that specific case, and then Annie is my my resident Los Angeles co-host, so I'm sure this is the guy that produced Marvel films.
Nice.
She always comes through with stories about people like that.
Some of the Marvel films, cool.
Yeah, some of the fucking movies that are ruining the film industry today. Fuck this guy. I hope this guy dies now because he's contributing to the fall of like one of my favorite industries.
Yeah, dude. I think it's a question on morals, man. Because doing it for $500 a week could be out of the graces of your heart as well. You could be doing better things, you know. And there's other ways to make that 500 probably, but that's pretty solid, you know.
And it sounds like if he's producing Marvel films, I bet you he's not too hard up for cash. He's probably good.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's had his fair share of like not very moral decision making in the industry during his time. During his time in the early,
that's true. Yeah, it's a weird world. It's a weird world. It's girls make NBA money on the internet just for doing nothing.
I think what really radicalizes it is the approach of that. I think what really radicalizes people against these type of topics, dude, is the way that they're treated by other people. Is you got people saying like, oh, no, you know, like how I was explaining earlier, saying that like, what was the word? It's like empowerment for girls who do that shit.
Yeah.
It's not. It's a fucking service, you know? that you should probably keep on the fucking down low, because we're not in a fucking world of, we're not in a world of acceptance of that type of shit. In Japan, it's totally fucking acceptable because that's what their whole culture has fucking moved towards. The loneliness, the fucking, the economy is a big fucking one too, and like over there with the way with their love in their love language is that as well too. Like having a family over there and being married as a Japanese family, you'll notice that 80%, if not more, of older couples are not even older. I'd say in their 40s are sleeping in separate bedrooms. You know what I mean? 80, 85, 90% of the fucking time, dude. It's
Yeah.
bad. It's bad. And it's moved people from not getting fucking married out there and not having kids, dude.
I read somewhere a long time ago, tell me if this is right or not, or if I'm remembering it wrong. I read that there's even a term, like there's a term in Japanese for this thing that happens because it happens so frequently now, that because there's so many single people in Japan, men grow old and live alone, and they die in their bed, and they stay there and decompose for weeks to months before anybody finds them, because they have no family and they're single and nobody finds them, and the cops,
Yeah.
someone, a neighbor calls the cops after like fucking 6 months, and they find the decomposing, and there's a term for it, I guess.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. I forgot about the term too, but that's a huge deal. And that's what leads to ghost towns out there, is that there's grandparents, because of the depreciating market and housing. When you buy a house, it's not like the US where it goes up in market pricing, it goes down. So you're buying a house, even though the price for houses have gone up when you're in there, there is no pricing there is no upwards toward used housing or even refurbished housing. It's you buy it brand new and you get it built, you pay for the land, your land appreciates in value, but not fast, not even fast enough over 30 years to where you can like say, yeah, I'm going to sell this. But if it has a house on it, it still costs money to get rid of it. So you're still kind of like, it's a fucked up situation. Depreciating housing market. You have old people who can't find somebody to take their house over because their kids or their grandkids as well are now living in the city where all the work is, where all the high paying work is, you know? So like you said, they'll just die, decompose, have nobody to check up on them. And that's pretty much just it. Now it's just a fucking ghost house. It's a ghost home that people are that there's a point to where the banks are now giving the houses away for free, but all you have to do is pay property taxes on it. And depending on what year it is, it has to be refurbished to be able to withstand the typhoons and weather that they have over there. So it's still expensive to a degree, and you still have to pay for the land on it as well. But as far as the house goes, it's fucking worth nothing.
Yeah.
And that's why nobody wants to take them over that's in the family. So they'll just let it fucking go, and their parents will fucking die, and there'll be nobody there to take it over. And there's another word, there's a word, hikikomori, where people, it's like recluse for people who stay in their homes and never fucking leave, and just all they do is game. Or because there's a law in Japan too where you can't just kick somebody out for not paying rent. So there's people that will just live and stay in their apartment, never fucking leave, and will literally just rot away in their apartment without paying rent or anything.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's insane. So you'll just be up there withering away, playing your games, having sex with your pillow, and eventually just fucking have a heart attack from doing nothing all day, every day. Or
Dude,
they'll live with their parents and they'll stay at their parents' house forever doing that
Yeah,
until their parents die. Yeah.
we're on, I think our country's on our way there. That even is like a, I don't want to throw a bunch of like my family members under the bus, but there's like, it kind of runs in my family. There's some dudes that just, and some chicks in my family too, that just like never leave home.
Yeah.
I've got like a second aunt or something who's like in her, she's got, she's around, she was around when the Beatles were kicking, and she's never had a driver's license. And like, I've got a cousin who no one ever a second cousin who no one ever sees, and he's like still at home. And it's, yeah, that's definitely seems to be like a thing.
Yeah, no, 100%, dude. It's bad, and it's only getting worse. And like, kind of like what Proto's saying, dude. Why would you need to leave your house? You got video games, internet, live streaming. You got fucking streaming services like Netflix and Hulu and all that. You have OF models who you could just message for a date.
Yeah.
Yeah, like why would you ever need to fucking leave? You got Uber Eats. You got Uber Eats, fucking Uber Dash or whatever other fucking home delivery foods that you have. Why would you ever need to leave your house? Especially, so I think of it like this, dude. Remember when World of Warcraft came out?
Yeah.
And yeah, it was like the first massive server of people being able to interact and play with each other that wasn't like, penguins or
Yeah, like a chat room or some shit.
yeah, exactly. And there were like people on the news like letting their kids starve to death, and they would still be on fucking World of Warcraft for 36 hours, like infants dying and all that. I mean, I kind of look at it this way because I fell into that hardcore, dude. When World of Warcraft came up, I stayed up for 3 days, dude, drinking fucking. I stayed up for 3 days straight at my buddy Josh's house, dude, and literally gave myself an anxious panic attack into sleep because I was like fucking dying in my chair trying to fucking play. I remember trying to sleep, dude, and I kept fucking twitching, and my body would not stop moving as I was picturing being the fucking dark elf hunter at the time, like going through fucking questing, and it was bad, dude. So, like in this day and age, being an older person and really be in like your 40s and 50s even now, and kind of like figuring out slowly but finally getting a hang of the internet, dude, and how addicting it can be to like connecting with people on Facebook, kind of like how we were obsessed with MySpace comments and shit when you'd post a picture. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Times.
Oh yeah, dude. It's like it's gotten to a point now as to where the older, not only are the younger generation getting sucked into this fucked up like never leave home situation, but now you have adults too who are figuring it out and who are just like retiring early and living on like means as to where they shouldn't have retired yet.
Potomax, alcohol to a homeless guy is hilarious. Where did he have you meet him? Just like behind a dumpster? Is that the address he put in? Annie, before I get to your comment, I was gonna say, yeah, I think it all goes back to the internet. I honestly, I completely blame the internet for like the fall, like our fall lately. I think there's a specific moment though. And I don't know if I've talked to you. I talk about this all the time though, but I think it's when they put the internet on phones in our pockets. Because I always think about when we were in like middle school and like freshman year, we had MySpace, but it was on your computer at home, and that was it. So once you left your house, you were out, and there was still no DoorDash, and there was still no Amazon and delivery to the house. All it was here's a way to talk to your friends when you're at home. Everything else you still got to leave. But as soon as they put the internet on your phone, it became, now it's in your pocket all the time. You leave the house, but you're still connected. Now you got DoorDash. Now you got, you never have to leave the house. I think it's the smartphone, like internet in your pocket, that I think has like contributed to most of this stuff.
Also, to answer your question, Annie, let's see, the best part of a human to eat. I'm gonna go with I would say, so thigh, it depends if they work out or not. Like if they don't work out, thighs can get real fatty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would go with calf, bicep. I would say calf or bicep sliced thinly, kind of like yakiniku or Korean barbecue style meat to grow over the grill. Or my final answer would be, and I'm thinking in like an animal type way, is back straps. The meat that's right on both sides of your spine, that goes from like the bottom of your shoulder blades down to like where your hips are. I'd say those are like real nice tender meat. It should be easy to chew.
Oh, that's hilarious. So back in the day, we had a buddy. Man, I don't want to keep giving away too many names. His name was Ryan. Do you remember my buddy Ryan with the glasses? How can I explain him?
Yeah. He did a whole bunch of fucking
Okay, so you know who I'm talking about. So you know how he was always one of those guys.
Awesome.
So you know he was I loved him to death. He was one of my best friends for
so
a short.
soft spoken, soft spoken. Hey
one of my best friends for a time. But you know
Yeah.
how he was
Awesome
always,
guy.
he was always an odd character. He was,
Yeah.
he didn't really fit in, and he always wanted to be cool. So he was one of those guys that would say things that he think are cool, but it's like, bro, we're at a party at a popular girl's house. You cannot be saying that shit right now. Like me and Laban would always be getting on him for that.
Yeah.
And one time we're sitting around, we were at a party, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I've eaten human flesh before." And I remember we had to take him out back. We're like, "Bro, listen, these are normal people at this party. Like this, you can't be talk. First of all, no, you have not."
Bro, bro was memeing before the memes, dude.
We're like,
Memeing before. I'm that guy.
We're like, first of all, bro, no, you have not. We know you're bullshitting. We know you just want to be cool, but that's not. Like, tell them that you fucked a girl or something. Don't talk about how you
Yeah.
ate human flesh. No, you didn't. Don't say that.
He memed before the memes, dude. Before the fucking me at a normal casual setting. Yeah, I've eaten human. And
That really was him.
She
We
said
loved him.
She said the lower back fat. I told you, dude. Them back straps. I'm telling you, dude. Even mid back, if you go down in between the spines,
That's
it's
crazy.
dude. It's like two little strips of meat that just down, dude. Back straps are the shit. Yeah, yakiniku biceps. Yeah, I feel like if you slice because that's tough. That's muscle, but that's what you want to eat. That's the shit that's gonna get your fucking proteins going. A pound of that is like probably 130 grams of protein right there, dude. Fucking awesome for you.
Dude, that shit would be rough. You'd have to be in a bad situation to start eating fucking people.
I'd say if the world went to shit, dude, I've thought about like what would be a scenario for eating people, dude, because I mean, everyone talks a big fucking game. I heard it on another podcast. I can't remember if it was like a Joe Rogan one or I can't remember whose podcast we're talking about. It might even been Ethan Klein's at the time, back when he was cool, where they were saying or no, it was a video of like a super fucking like hardcore house dweller, like the people we were talking about, where he's all, yeah, so first thing that would happen if there was a zombie outbreak is you want to be able to like find a group of people. You want to group up and start a society as soon as possible. And it's like, yeah, like you can't even fucking do that right now. What makes you think a zombie apocalypse is gonna just flip a switch in you to go, yeah, I gotta meet people now. It's the end of the world.
I'm social now.
Yeah, I'm social all of a sudden. I'm gonna be social in a life or death situation more than I would be in a fucking watch my favorite anime on the couch situation, Didn't you say you lived in the valley? I did. Yeah, SFV. I lived in Winnetka, close to where Reseda is, and I've also lived in Northridge, right behind the Vallarta on Roscoe Boulevard. And I also lived in the Woodland. Hills. No, I worked in the Woodland Hills. So I lived in those two places, off of Roscoe and Northridge, and also just down the street from where like the suit factory is, and where that at the time around 8 years ago around 8 years ago, when like that new big Korean barbecue place really kicked off. It was like a club in there, dude. It was a fucking great spot. You'd go in and it was literally like a fucking nightclub. It was all dim lights and like blue fucking streamers and shit. It was fucking insane. I'm in Tarzana, grew up in Woodland Hills. Sick. I used to work at Viking Cruises as a outbound sales agent. I did really good. Ventura's the shit. I love going out there for like Ventura's got like the flea market out there, which is awesome. I used to get my gauges like super cheap. The gauges that fucking eat your ears.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I also, back to tattoos, I consider myself lucky that I never gauged.
Oh, you're so lucky. My ears are fucked up now. Look at this shit, dude. Because let me see. I'll try to find a picture of when I got close to 2 inches, dude. I was ripping my ears too, left and right. Just ripping them. I was putting the silicone ones in, popping them in, and dude, my ears, my lobes would get all hot, and I could just feel them tearing. Like they'd be all red and hot, and in the morning they'd be all gooey and green and shit. It all was fucked up. I went through. so much bullshit without having to. I just wanted to size up as fast as possible, but
Yeah.
I got my ears re-sewn back together, so you could tell they look kind of fucking fucked up though. Like this one right here, they tried to make a lobe out of it, like a baby lobe.
Yeah.
And then on this side, they just said, "Fuck it, we're just gonna stitch it together as one ear."
That's awesome.
That one's fucked.
I remember when I met Calamity Jane, it was like right before she was getting her ears sewn up. And,
Yeah.
you know, nowadays you just have people that have sewn up ears, or they've got the holes that they just live with, and they've got the saggy holes in the lobes. And
Yeah.
I just never got them done. All I ever got was the angel bites when I had angel bites for like a year.
Are you ready to see some old school cringe, dude?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh fuck! This was when I was going through my Ollie Sykes phase, dude, and like, oh yeah, check that
dude,
out.
that's
Look
the
at the
mask
mirrors.
before the masks.
The
dude.
mask before the mask, dude. I got that in Little Tokyo, dude.
That's hilarious.
The light's kind of fucking it up, but you can kind of see like where the pink. That's my lobe, dude.
Okay, yeah, and they start sticking out like that.
Yeah, they start flaring out until you start
Yeah.
putting heavy. Because I did it wrong, so my skin was really thin. If I would have did it correctly, I could have like nice heavy lobes where they'd be nice and thick. But
Yeah.
I was Mr. fucking Mr. fucking Scene King over here, Mr. Scene King.
Dude, that has to be before I even knew you.
Yeah, dude, I fucking brought that shit to LA, bro. Fucking A.
Man, that shit must have killed it in LA.
Oh, dude, I was dating this fucking chick named. She went by the name Silver Fox, dude.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
she was on that. She was doing. So before OF, there was live streaming platforms for doing that kind of shit. But they
Yeah.
would take place. There were businesses where you would literally go in and you'd have a cubicle and you would do your shit in front of the camera.
That's awesome.
And this chick, Silver Fox, had her own thing where she would wear these butt plug tails and be a fucking. She had like white hair, dude. And she was the dude. Her ops. So when I first moved to LA, I met this girl, Electra Boosie, the actor Gary Busey's daughter. The crazy Gary. I'm Gary Busey, you know. And I was hanging out with her and like her little fucking friend group and shit, you know. And I was trying to get in deep, and we had a falling out. And I met Silver Fox, and that was like her super ops, dude. Like they fucking hated each other. So because they hated each other so much, this chick Silver Fox was just like, she'd show me, dude. She had the list of dudes she was dating who she would just act like, oh, I love you, you know, send me $50 here, pay for gas. Dude, we went to Las Vegas. We all types of shit, man. She fucking treated me out. And the last thing I remember is one day fucking waking up in Las Vegas and going into her little fucking special box she had full of her fucking butt tails.
Hold up, check this out really quick.
Wait, you know her? I used to hang out with her too. Wait, who do you know? Yeah, I took my plugs out.
Annie, I was gonna say there's a good chance Annie knows who you're talking about.
Yeah, she probably knows Electra Boosie. Yeah. I was kicking it with her, and she had this one other friend that hung around her. Her friend tried to tell me that her real dad was Axl Rose and that her.
Oh, yeah, you wish.
Yeah, we had friends in common, so we went to the same parties. That sounds about right. That's how I got into a fight. No, not a fight. I got into a fucking Instagram fight with Ronnie Radke.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think Trey did at one point too. I remember.
Dude, he's hella funny now, honestly.
Dude, I had some kind of epiphany at one point, dude, because I had gotten the LRG giraffe tatted on my arm, and I shouted out LRG at the time, and they fucking replied, dude, and reposted me, and that was huge at that time. That was like at 19 years old, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, holy fuck, like there's something to this. So I talked shit on this one celebrity, and they replied in their comments because I said it like 4 times, and I was like, oh, holy fuck, there's a thing to this. So I went on to Kat Von D's Instagram, and I started just mad dogging all her photos, dude. Oh, this was like before they paid people to run their Instagrams, dude. Yeah. And I was just shit talking the fuck out of her photos. And then out of nowhere, here comes Ronnie Racky. Hey, you old motherfucker. And he's talking hella fucking shit. And then he started DMing, having a DM war, dude. I'm all, fuck you. You're fucking 33, still fucking 17-year-olds. Want to be rock star still, even though he's still hella famous. But
that's hella funny, dude. I only like the first Escape the Fate album that he did. Anything else after that I don't like, except Today. I do like, he just talks shit on Instagram and TikTok all day, and I think it's funny. But as far as music goes, that first Dying Is Your Latest Fashion album by Escape the Fate, it's a perfect album. It
went hard. Escape went fucking crazy. It did.
It's a perfect album, but that's all he's ever done that I really care for.
I just started fucking going off, dude, because I was getting a rise out of celebrities, and I thought that was my claim to fame.
Yeah, awesome.
But because I was messaging with him, and because I was like going back and forth, we were adding each other in the comments back on Kat Von D's. Like, this was back when Kat Von D was still like had her TV show and everything, you know? And I remember the specific photo was of a fucking piano. And it was just a piano, but it was black and white photo. And I was like, this is fucking retarded. Who fucking just puts a photo up here of a piano and people start liking it just because it's Kat Von D, blah, 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 just on a rant, dude, on another rant. And that's when Ronnie hit me up. But because Ronnie did that, that linked me with Elektra. And then from Elektra, that's what linked me to, like, she was doing, I don't know if she still does it now, but she was doing photography at the time. And she had like these friends who would model for her, kind of like how people do now. Do I know more Hilton? I don't know. The other girl who I last saw had like a Medusa piercing. Her best friend at the time had like a Medusa piercing, straight bang. She was really fucking short. She said she had a fiance that was going into the Marines, and then they broke up. Always, all of them were wearing the fucking emo scene shit. Early scene days in LA. I don't know, maybe LA, dude. I got crazier stories in LA probably than Japan, dude, because that's when I was younger and I was like on my buck status.
Yeah.
Like, where do I be? I'll tell one crazy one. I'll tell one really crazy ones. Something relatable to, like, I'm just gonna go off, dude. So Tinder, right? I moved to LA. I bring my buddy Joey with me. And
wait, what year is this?
This is 2014.
Oh, you guys are on a fire ass stream right now.
Oh, it's going crazy. So
you guys are getting
what's your Instagram? I bet we have friends in. That
you don't have to say it online if you don't want.
Yeah, we'll go about it later. But
Andy, I can message you or whatever later.
So as soon as Trey, before I get into the crazy rant, so yeah, Trey came to visit one time and took a shit on Hugh Hefner's lawn in Beverly Hills. Yeah,
that's Trey establishing dominance.
Yeah, we took him to Beverly Hills, dude, just to go look at houses, and then he's all, "Yo, where's the Bunny Mansion?" And we're all, "Yeah, we could go say what's up, go to the Bunny Mansion, go outside, and because they won't let you in. It's just a gate with a camera, and you can hear them tell you to leave," which they did. Started telling us to leave, and Trey's all, "Fuck you," and just pulled his shit down and just started taking a dump right there. Used his sock to wipe.
Oh, that's awesome.
Then we went and had hamburgers on Hollywood Boulevard.
I think I was destined to find out I have an IBS.
Yeah.
We went modeling for one of my friends at the time.
This series of times where I was like, I have to shit right now. Should have let me know.
Dude, me and Trey. So there's this kid who we met, or I think he was around, maybe not kid. He was like the same age, and he was doing photography in LA, and he had hit me up randomly on Instagram. And Trey was just visiting at the time, just happened to be visiting. And then I still got the video on my Instagram of where we're on this overpass taking pictures with our shirts off because we were like 19, fully blasted. Everyone thought Trey was fucking Scott Sparks over on Ventura Boulevard, or on what's that beach called? Venice Beach.
That was so awesome, bro. Everybody thought I was famous, dude. It was so fucking sick, dude.
Because he's got Kurt tattoos.
Yeah. So he's got the fucking wrench tatted on his fucking neck, dude.
That shit was so awesome, dude.
Are you Scott Sparks? We're on Venice Beach. It's like these two like 13-year-old chicks, bro.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Fucking hilarious, dude. That was good shit. That's when to me, dude. We met a deaf guy on the beach, and so he was like, he had a sign, like he had like a little note that said, "I'm deaf. Anything will help." So we gave him a fucking blunt.
Perfect.
We're all smoking him out, dude. All right, so I think the first week in LA was my craziest.
The overpass.
Yeah, we were on the overpass having my photographer friend take pictures, dude, and we were just mooning just showing our ass off the overpass. It was great, dude. Cars were honking.
But we were modeling seriously at first, and we were both like, damn, this is douchebag as fuck. We were both shirtless on the fucking overpass with a chain link fence, trying to look hard. I'm smoking a cigarette. I have a still frame with a cigarette in my fucking mouth. A car drives by, and I'll never forget this, honks and goes, fags. And I was like, fuck. Dude.
Yeah, he's all fags.
I was like, man, fuck you.
You can hear him leave. It's all fags.
That's devastating. And if
so
you get called a fag in LA, you know you're doing bad.
Oh, dude.
And I was like, yeah, I know. This is pretty douchebag.
Dude,
I'm a fucking douchebag.
Dude, Trey knows Silver Fox, dude. When him and fucking D'Amico came through the door and they opened my door to see who I was laid up with, bro, they were like, "Oh my god, it stinks in here," as loud as they could. And it did. I was basking. It was to the point where I couldn't smell it anymore, dude.
Yeah.
And yeah, lift the blanket up. There's a fucking chick with a fucking tail in her butt, dude. And it just
that's awesome.
Stinking in there, bro. Stinking.
Dude.
And I told her, I'm going to go to Hollywood Boulevard with my friends. They just showed up at 12 a.m. So I'm out for the
Why
night.
don't you crawl on out of here or whatever it is you do?
So my first week in LA is probably one of it was my introduction to LA was probably the hardest intro you could get. And me and Joey, it was me, my Joey, my cousin, his acting friend, my cousin's sister, who is also my cousin, and her boyfriend, 6 of us, living in Northridge off of Roscoe in a 3-bedroom apartment. So it was 2 to a room. Her and her boyfriend, my cousin and his buddy, and me and Joey, right? And our beds were his bed was vertical to the room, and mine was horizontal up to where his pillow was. So that poor guy had to fucking go through all the chicks I was bringing back, man, with our beds fucking linked up like a fucking Tetris L. Tinder. This is back when Tinder was like fucking blowing up, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, these kids today, bro, they don't know Prime Tinder, dude. They have no idea. Prime Tinder and Prime fucking OkCupid and like Badoo and all that shit. Plenty of Fish, POF, bro. Once the apps came out, it was a done deal. Like
nowadays, they've pretty much just turned it into like social media. People just talk on them, and that's it.
Oh no, it's you probably got bots, and you probably got all types of OF bots and all types of shit now. Back in the Prime days, bro.
Yeah.
Like after the first few months of people getting over the dating hype of the dating app aspect of things, it was just straight to fucking, dude. And you didn't have to, like, what I don't understand, before I go into the story, what I don't get, dude, I'm going to just make a point here, is I don't understand how people can just flash their dicks in messages just thinking they'll catch a fish like that. It's wild because you don't have to do that. Like, that's just, you're just creeping to creep, you know? Like, that's got to be, you know, it was simple conversation got you laid on Tinder.
Well, and it's also, I've said this too before on here. You're creeping. Yeah, they're creeping just to creep because I've never, ever heard a single successful story. I've never heard a story of a successful, like, you know, a dude just sends a dick picture and I've never heard it.
No.
Has that ever worked for anyone? No, it never has. You're just creeping.
Yeah. I'm going to have racial bias here. And I guarantee a lot of them were Indian dudes.
You mean fucking death staring girls at the club won't make her walk over?
Yeah. You mean being a wallflower and just staring at her won't get me laid? What is this? I thought this was America.
Yeah, you mean just sending my dick out of nowhere won't work?
Last night was a movie. Just standing there with a bottle scared. Hella fucking just terrified of women, shaking your beer out of your bottle.
It's just a guitar and a drink, like a Bacardi or fucking some shit.
There's not even beer in it anymore. You're spitting in the bottle to make it look full.
One of these. Oh.
So, first week, dude, intro to LA. Tinder is on fire right now, dude. And this was 3 days after we arrived, after we settled in and got all our shit laid out. I get on Tinder. I match with this one chick, and she immediately is just like, hey, we probably talk for maybe 4 minutes. Just, hey, how you doing? This, and that. Oh, where do you stay? Oh, I stay here. Oh, do you live here? Yeah, living here now. Okay, here's an address. Okay, yeah, sure. She says, yeah, come to this address. Just call me when you get here, right? So I'm all, okay. So I hop into my car, dude, and I had a piece of shit scrape. I had like 4 different name brand tires. I I had riding on like my Buick was fucked up, dude, because I crashed it so many times when I had like 24-inch rims on it. So I had to reduce back to like not even originals, but like the fucking like the name brand, like not even a real PS2 controller, but the weird fucking cat controllers.
Mad
they have.
Cats?
Yeah, like a Mad Cat controller of fucking rims, right?
Yeah.
Just the black rim with the holes. That one, a solid rim with the little fucking drilled out holes. Yeah, my shit was a B-tur, but I was getting it. So I'm fucking coming to this address, dude, and like a lot of the houses, they just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and nicer. And I keep driving and they get more and more and more spaced out. And I finally arrived to this house. And I remember it so fucking clear because I was sober when I arrived. I walk up. This door must have been like 8 feet tall. It was humongous. And they had these fucking Greek pillars in the front.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude, it looked like straight out of fucking Hercules, the Disney movie, when he goes to meet his dad Zeus for the first time as a teen. Yeah, is fucking gnarly. So I don't call this chick because I think I'm in the wrong fucking area, right? And I'm just like, this can't be fucking it. This is crazy. I'm looking around, dude, and all these other houses, they're custom houses. They're not just like the cookie cutter ones that you mass build on a plan, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, and I'm just like, you know what, dude? I'm just gonna say fuck it. I'm just gonna knock on the door and see what happens. So I knock on the door, there's no answer. Push the doorbell, and this hella old lady shows up to the door. And like it took me off guard completely because like the chick who I was talking to had pictures, you know what I mean? So and they looked real. They didn't look shopped or nothing. And I'm like, hey, didn't know what to say. And the grandma talks and she's all, oh, are you here to see Jean? I'm all, Jean? Yeah, I'm here to see Jean. Because now I kind of want to go in. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. I kind of want to just go in this house and see what's in here.
Yeah.
So we walk in, and immediately to the left, dude, immediately is like not a hallway, but just spacing between like the front area is a huge oil painting of the family, dude.
Oh shit.
And then we keep walking down, and to the right is where they had the swinging doors that go to like a straight up stainless steel kitchen. And to the left of that, on the other side of a wall where I could still kind of peek through where they had a walkway that you could go in between. They had one of those fucking old school 70s like floor sofas, right? Like instead like it's like a hole in the ground, but it has a sofa lining it.
Yeah.
And a big ass fucking projector and with the screen rolled up. But going straight again is this nice fucking sliding glass door that led to the backyard. So she opens up the backyard, and there's people back there, right? Like people around my age that I can see right off the bat. But when she opens the door, you walk out. To your right, you have a big, long, infinity glass-looking table with chairs lined up to it. Right in front of me is like the infinity pool, like a big rectangle pool that had statues on the sides of them, like spitting water into the fucking pool, like little fucking angel statues that had water coming out, dude. And then to the left was just like a little fire pit area. And beyond the pool, a little bit to the left, was a gazebo, like a round style one, kind of like in Dixon, but instead of it kind of being like squared off, it was like a full round one, you know, like a carousel style. And then to the right of that, there was a little, probably waist high white picket fence that picketed off where there were probably 8 vehicles that had covers on them. So I don't know what kind they are. I just know that they were cars because it's
They're
the
nicer.
shape of a fucking car.
They're nicer than the one you're driving, probably.
most fucking likely, most likely. And in the gazebo, there's one dude with silver white spiky hair.
Yeah.
And wearing a fucking white crop top, cut off Daisy Duke shorts, and some black Doc Martens boots. And then there's 2 black dudes with bucket hats. They look like Tyler the Creator at the time, that style, you know.
Yeah.
And then one other like younger looking kid who had frosted tip, looked just like if this fool would be this dude looks like he would have been an NSYNC, dude. He had a jean jacket, white tee, dark jean jacket, dark jeans, Timberlands, and frosted tips, dude. Like straight up out of fucking like a 90s boy band.
Yeah.
And then there was like one other fucking just kind of skater looking kid, you know, fucking Vans t-shirt type shit. At the pool was the chick, my Tinder date was there, and she was getting her picture. And by all means, she is not like model looking. She is not all that, right? She's just your basic chick you meet on Tinder to go fuck for a second. She's nowhere stunning, nowhere near like these OF models they have these days with the fucking fake everything on their body, right?
Yeah.
She had a photographer dude taking her pictures there too, who was also around our age. So not like this, it wasn't like this fucking professional scene going on or nothing, you know, just kind of like something you do to kind of help promote your friends at the time. And I go up to her first. I'm all, hey, what is this fucking place, right? Oh, this is my friend Gene's house, you know, like this is him, and he lives here with his grandparents and stuff. I'm all, okay, yeah, this is cool, this is crazy. Yeah, so what are we doing today? She's like, oh, we're gonna hang out here and fucking, you know, just gonna kick it for now, and maybe like later on tonight we can figure out what we're doing later. I'm all, sure, okay. So I'm kind of chopping it up with her, and that's when everybody comes from the gazebo. And then we go and sit down at that glass table I was talking to you about, where all the chairs are lining around it. And we're just kind of bullshit, and everyone's talking about whatever's going on. Frosted Tips kid is talking about, I forgot what the fuck he was into.
Talking about how I want it my way.
Yeah, right. These 2 bucket hat kids is where it's interesting. This is they're like one of the key elements with Gene in this story that I'm going to get to.
Yeah.
Those are like these kids they were like doing music production sound for like SoundCloud and stuff. They were talking about like using whale noises and whatever to fucking work on these beats and shit, yada yada. At the time, I had no idea what they're saying.
Yeah.
And then you had the photographer kid, skater kid, just whatever. And Gene, he whips out a fucking blunt, dude, backwood, right? And starts passing it around. And at the time, I quit smoking weed because I started to get real like anxious when I smoked. So I'm like, I'm gonna be a fucking weirdo around these people.
Yeah.
So I pass it up, you know. I'm like, nah, I'm okay. Comes around again, nah, I'm okay. So we're all bullshitting again, talking about shit. Gay dude whips out a fucking he whipped out one of those little fucking little special box that flipped open into a mirror, right?
Yeah.
Starts doing some lines, sharing some lines around the table, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, I don't really know you guys like that, and I kind of still don't know like what this. I'm in LA, I'm in a mansion, I don't know what the fuck is going on. We're not like partying or anything, we're just kicking it.
Yeah.
So, okay, everything's cool. Moments go by. Dude, so they call it it's called a quagmire, where it's like it's like a bubbler that you would think would be for like weed oil,
Yeah.
but it's for meth.
Yeah.
It's a little pillow that goes bulb. So they start passing this around, right?
Yeah.
And at first I'm like, I kind of want to, but I don't want to because I don't know. But it goes around, and then one of the bucket hat dudes look at the chick who I'm supposed to be with, and she's already like 3 Xanax deep, right?
Yeah.
And they're just like, "Hey, so what's up with your dude? Is he cool? Like, what the fuck?"
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. They're like, "We're doing all these fucking drugs, and this dude ain't really with the shit. Like, who is this guy?" And then they start asking these questions, and she don't really know how to answer because, like, I'm sure whoever the fuck they're with might be some exclusive ass motherfucker for all I know.
Yeah.
So it comes around again, and I'm like, and the bucket hat dude fucking hands it to me, and he's all, "You want at least one?" I'm all, "Yeah, all right, dude." So he's lighting it, dude. It's just the fattest cloud. I'm gonna show these guys what's up then, dude. Fucking
Yeah.
rip it, dude. Instantly, and the smoke just goes to my feet, dude. Instant transmission, bro. Instant Super Saiyan, dude.
Yeah.
Instant into fuck. I'm like Gohan instant Super Saiyan. Just my fucking lights turn on, dude. It was probably the most cleanest, most fucking. It was like some Heisenberg level shit, dude. It wasn't. It was just, dude. It was nice. I was fucking high.
Yeah.
So I pull one hit, and these dudes are passing it, right? They're just passing it around, and I'm all, "Fuck it, I'll hit it again, dude." Hit it again, dude. Bro.
You gotta show them up now.
Oh, I'm so fucking high now, dude. I'm like, dude, the conversations just got crazier and crazier to the point where now I'm like freestyle rapping with these SoundCloud dudes who fucking telling this Tinder chick we're gonna go to Fuji one day, like all types of crazy shit, dude. Asking this dude Gene what it's like being gay, bro. Like, dude, it got crazy. So, conversations learn like at the table. Now we're all standing up, hanging out outside. SoundCloud dudes are like doing their thing, listening to the beats they're talking about and shit. And one of them mentioned like, "Hey, so you've seen the TV show Robin Big, right? With like Rob Dyrdek, Big Black."
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know how they came out with Rob's Fantasy Factory, and they brought on his cousin Drama Beats.
Yeah.
Well, now he's Drama Beats, but they called him Drama. And Rob helped him fund his career into like becoming a music producer, Drama Beats. This bucket hat guy was like, "Hey, we're going to go to fucking Drama Beats studio tomorrow. Like, our friend has a connect to where we could get in and this and that, talk to him, do whatever." And I'm like, "Do you have the address right now? Does your friend have the address to like Drama's fucking studio right fucking now? Can we go there?" And he's all, "Yeah, dude, I could fucking hit him up." So while his friend is on the phone trying to get a hold of the guy who knows this Drama Beats address, I look at his homie and I fucking grab him, dude. And I'm all, "We're going to fucking rob him." I was fucking so ready to rob Drama Beats, dude. Rob Dyrdek's cousin. I just felt like that would be a highlight. Like, that was like my foot in the door to this fucking, entertainment shit,
Yeah.
So, like, I'm gassing him up, dude, and he's feeling it. He's all, "Yeah, you know what, dude? He's probably got like some dope equipment in there. I've never seen a sound studio, so I'm thinking we could just take these motherboards out, dude, and just whatever." So he was down, dude, and I hyped him up to where he was like really down. And then his friend gets off the phone, dude, and now they're talking, and his friend like looks at me and he's all, "All right, let me call him again." And he tries calling his fucking, it's like 3 a.m, dude. And
Oh,
trying to call his fucking friend. And while he's on the phone, that gay dude Gene with the spiky hair, crop top, fucking cut off shorts, and combat boots,
Yeah.
or fucking Doc Martens, he's like, let me know when he's all lit too, but he's like ADHD high, where he's like, let me know when he gets off the phone. And so we're all right, yeah, sure, whatever. So we're talking about it, scheming, and his friend gets off, and he's like, man, I can't get a hold of him, dude. It's like 3:30, bro. Like, I don't think he's awake right now, this and that. And I'm like, well, do you know where he lives? Can we just go to his house? And he's, no, dude, we can't do all that. That's fucked up, you know? And the gay dude comes over, and he's like, I know where Paris Hilton lives.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Let's start going. So we're fucking, dude, me, these two random SoundCloud rappers, and this gay guy pile into my hoopty ass.
First of all, I love that these are dudes you just met like 4 hours ago.
Literally fucking like hours ago, dude. And I'm high as balls with on meth, bro. Like some clean ass good Hollywood meth. And we pile it, dude. We come out there like, yo, that's your ride? And it's a fucking hoopty ass Buick, dude. I fucking hit so many people in that shit, dude. Like, I wasn't a bad driver. I was just a careless driver.
Yeah,
like I'd
yeah,
be
of course.
texting. I'd be texting and run into someone, like dumb shit like that, or I'd be hella drunk and I would just sideswipe vehicles that were parked, like just reckless. And so he's like, yeah, okay. We pile into the hoopty ass ride, dude. Those two guys are in the back. They're fucking they're freestyling over their own beats, high as fuck. This fucking gay dude's giving me fucking directions, man. So we ended up going into like the fucking Bel Air Hills, dude. Like, nice.
Hold on, yeah, Proto Max. So is the girl that your Tinder date there with you guys, or did she stay at the place?
No, she's on like 3 Xanax. She passed out.
Okay, so she's out now. You're not fucking this girl now.
No, she passed out. So I'm like, I'm kicking it with these guys, you know, like
That's,
these two.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm like, these are the boys now, because Justin Timberlake boy left, and the fucking photographer dude passed out too, and whatever random skate guy, he's whatever. I don't even remember what happened to him. And we're driving up, dude, and we come out to like we go to like this gated, not even gated. It's like we get to this area, dude, where the fucking walls of this place are so high, so fucking high, dude. I wouldn't even call it a gated community. It's a fucking castle community, dude. Like within castle walls. It was a big fucking white concrete wall. It had, think about the sound barriers that are next to the train tracks here.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
but like 7 feet fucking taller, right?
Yeah.
And there's just a dude, you know, they got their security guy just hanging out in his little booth, you know, and you got your security shit. So I'm like, okay, man, how do we fucking drive in here? Do you know her? Like, can we get to the address like from here? And he's all, don't worry about it. So we go up to this security guy and he's like, do you live here? And I look at this gay dude, and he just shrinks into the chair. He like just shrinks into the fucking seat.
Oh,
and I'm like,
no, he's
I'm like,
cracking.
yeah, I'm like, dude, like, where's this fucking? And I tell the guy, oh, hold on, what do we say to this guy?
Yeah.
And he fucking told me to say like this random fucking house number. It was like 4-digit, and I fucking tell him, and the dude just looks down and looks up. He's all, yeah, that's not here. And I'm all like, and so I'm thinking like, well, fuck, I can't just say we're gonna go see Paris. Like, what are we invited? Do we have a fucking name on a list? Like, how the fuck does that work? That doesn't work, right? So I'm like, damn, wrong community. Oh shoot. So we back up and we pull off, right? We pull off, and I'm like, dude, we didn't fucking come up here for nothing, man. There's got to be a fucking way in. So I get out of the car. I leave these 3 random fucking dudes in my car who I just met, And I go myself past security, not through into the place, but like past onto the other side of the wall. And I'm fucking like trying to see where I could, because around from where this wall is, you'd have another home, but there was a fucking gap between the wall behind this fucking house that's to the left, like way to the left, and then between the fucking castle wall that has the whole fucking Bel Air fucking whatever community in there, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I can get through that. So I squeeze in between, dude, and I go far enough to where there's only like a path, maybe probably like a 5 to 6 foot wide little walking area alongside this wall, and the rest of it is just trees. Like we're in the hills, dude. The
Yeah.
rest is just fucking trees below. And then beyond past that are the fucking lights of the cities and shit in the distance, or the other neighborhoods, right? So I'm walking across, I'm walking along this pole, I'm walking along, dude. Then I start running along it. Now it's pitch black, dude. I can't see shit because it's fucking, it's like 4 a.m., dude. And so I'm running across this, just feeling the wall as I'm going, dude, and like tripping on branches and shit. There's trees and fucking all types of bullshit, dude. And I come across to where there's like this fucking, there's like enough pipe, dude, to where I could fit my hands behind it where that meets the wall, dude. I don't know if it's like a fucking drainage pipe. I don't know what the fuck kind of pipe, what kind of whatever, dude. I'm able to get my hands behind it. I put my feet on the wall to try to shimmy up, and my feet keep sliding and they keep sliding. I'm all, what the fuck, dude? My shoes are so fucking muddy. They're like caked up over the soles, dude. I'm all, fuck. So I take my shoes off and my socks and I put my bare feet and start shimming up the wall in my fucking bare ass feet, dude. I'm fucking going up it. I get high enough to the top, dude, to where it's like you look over and over the wall was nothing. It was just mud. And you look further out, dude, and it's just a house that's like being renovated. Like they had the plastic up and the fucking paper shit, you know. Fucking roof wasn't completely done, and it looks like just a bunch of bullshit fucking what's that shit called? Plywood, you know? Type shit. And there's pipes all sticking out of the ground and all types of shit. It's like a fucking whole area being renovated, dude. And like, I don't know, dude. I just fucking went back down because I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Drop to my death in this nothing backyard?
Yeah.
So I fucking drop down. I don't put my shoes back on. I leave my shoes, and now I'm running through the mud bare feet, dude. Fucking running all the way back to the car. The two bucket hat guys are passed out in the back seat, and I'm still with this one. And the one gay dude was just there waiting for me. So we get there. I get there back to him, and I'm like, yeah, I couldn't find the spot, dude. This is bullshit. What do we do now? And he's all, okay, just drive. So we start driving, going down the windy ass way, super fucking windy. And like, there's even spots in these streets which are like almost feels like a one way for cars because they start to get so fucking narrow, you know? And he says, okay, stop here. So I stopped, dude. And now we're kind of like in a more residential feeling type of area where the houses are still really fucking nice. And
Yeah.
they're still kind of, but they're like lined this time, but not like with a lot of, not with like, they're not so enclosed at this point. Now they got some space between them, right? But these are homes where like it looks small in the front, but if you were to go inside or go around, it would be huge in the back area, you know, because they like lead, it's a mountainside, so they lead down. And he gets out and he says, turn your lights off and follow me. So I turned my lights off, dude. And he's got this fucking zebra little fucking purse, right?
Yeah.
Opens it up, dude, and he starts fucking going into these mailboxes and taking mail out of them and just stuffing his fucking little boy purse with him, dude. And he just he would fucking run up to one house and he'd start fucking taking mail, dude, and he would just run to the next fucking mailbox. His fucking Doc Martens are like untied, so they're like flapping behind him as he's running, dude. And like he probably hits like maybe 10 or 11 houses, dude, and I'm like, I'm getting tired, dude. This shit, I'm pretty much done for the night.
Yeah.
He gets back in, dude. He directs me back to his house. I go to the backyard. That chick is still fucking sleeping, dude. And I'm with him at that same glass table again, just fucking looking at the mail. And out of like 12 fucking houses, dude, there must have been maybe like 6 pieces of mail, because it's fucking 4. What mailman comes around at 4 a.m., you know? Like,
Yeah.
what? So it's like houses where people haven't been yet or haven't checked the mail at yet or just whatever. That's like what we were able to grab from. And yeah, I think all we really got were just like coupon magazines
Yeah.
and maybe like a credit card offer that you could
Oh, that's
sign up
awesome.
for. And like just dumb shit like that, just junk mail, you know?
Yeah.
So like I'm there just super disappointed. The sun's coming up. That chick finally wakes up and I give her a ride home. And um yeah, gotta be fucking 5. Yeah, it's around like 5 a.m. And also to Annie, yeah, you could literally drive to Bel Air, like just up these fucking crazy ass windy ways. You'll find like just communities of super houses, or you'll find like single super houses. And sometimes they have like these huge fucking, and I know also same thing with like Beverly Hills, dude. You just go around. Some places are walled off, some places aren't, you know. I remember the guy who was the guy that came up with those crazy cross shirts. Ed Hardy.
Oh, like Ed Hart. Yeah.
Yeah. His fucking mansion was like a black gate all around it, like a back
Oh, of course
solid.
it was.
Yeah, it's like a black solid iron fucking wall around his home, dude. So like that's a good point, Annie, because that's at that point, that's when I really fucking found out that like this really ain't all that shit, dude, like it is in the movies, or like it is like just thinking about fucking, you know, this ain't some fucking Weezer music video type shit. Like
Yeah.
oh, like okay, dude, I'm in the midst of like fucking multi-million dollar fucking spots, and it's just like right fucking there, dude. Just drive
Yeah.
right fucking to it. Yeah, and probably you'll get somewhere, but it's probably just the fucking maid there, you know what I mean? Um so that was just like a real weird failed night, and that was my 3rd day like after settling into my apartment. And I took her home. She asked if I wanted to come inside, blah blah blah, but no, I wasn't. I was cool off all that, dude. I went back into the room, dude, and Joey's just fucking woke Joey up, bro. He's all, yeah, dude, where the fuck you been all day, dude? I'm all, bro, I'll tell you in the morning.
Oh, that's
Just,
awesome.
yeah, I just passed out. It was yeah, dude, that was my intro, man, and it blew my fucking mind, dude. Um then that's when I started, like, that's when I end up Silver Fox is like a whole nother crazy fucking like is a whole nother crazy ass shit that happened between like LA and Las Vegas. Man, and granted, dude, I was working at like Best Buy. I was like part-time.
In between all this.
In between all this, I'm like this dude working part-time at the Woodland, like the big Woodland Hills Best Buy next to the mall, and making maybe like $400 every 2 weeks. And
Yeah.
my rent was $300 after divided between all of us.
Oh, the glory days.
Dude, I was surviving on like rice. We would make these rice bowls that was white rice. Of course, we didn't wash the rice yet because I didn't know about that. And fucking like red beans. It was kidney beans, rice, beef, and fucking a whole lot of top ramen.
Oh yeah.
And that fucking that Mexican sweetbread with like the fucking frosting and shit that they put on it. Yeah. That was like my survival for a year and a half before I started working over in Woodland Hills at Viking and making like actual career sales money. But
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Man, dude, LA always sounded you know, it sucks because when I was younger, I was of course that kid that's like, oh, LA sounds like it's fucking terrible. I never want to go there.
Right.
Now I'm like, dude, LA is like where I should have gone. That's everything I've ever wanted to do for a living is like you go to LA to try to do. Like you go pursue these ridiculous goals in LA. But I just
Yeah.
always thought I was too cool to go to like fucking LA.
You're right, dude. LA is just, I mean, fuck, even back then, bro. You go to like Sunset Boulevard or you go to like Fairfax Avenue, dude, and it's just motherfuckers who just think they're the shit, fucking God's gift to earth, dude. You know?
Yeah.
Like when I first went to, because I know Supreme, the brand, back from like Larry Clark Kids, 1995, dude. You know what I mean? Where they had that dude fucking Supreme and Zoo York and all that shit. So when I finally go to like the Supreme shop on Fairfax, dude, after all this time thinking like, oh, this is the shit. Tom Penny skated the bowl in here, dude. Like, oh man, I'm fucking so ready to like see like how these fucking, just to like go and live in the moment, dude. And I get in there and everyone's a fucking dick, bro. It's all damn okay, like
Yeah.
fuck all you guys, dude. You know, like this is from the fucking gutters of this shit. Rob, I'm going to the Rainbow on Friday.
And if you run into Sebastian Bach, please tell him that there's a YouTube channel that's completely unknown that has under 500 subscribers, and he should come on it.
I gotta meet Annie, dude. Fucking LA, LA was a trip, man. Because I think what was really like my avenue, things just kind of fell into place. Oddly enough, because it doesn't happen to a lot of people. I got lucky because I found this weird fucking Tinder chick who I just went on a roller coaster ride with on like a weird drug night binge, and then like Electra Boosie because of arguing with Rodney. Like just weird puzzles just kind of started fitting into place at weird times, you know. Because when I met Electra, I still lived here and we were messaging, and I'd go out and visit her and I'd come back here. And then that's when I went out to go live there because my cousin wanted to be was working to be an actor. So that's why he was there. He was only, I was 24 or 23 and he was 19 pursuing a fucking acting career with his buddy, dude. And yeah, that's when I said I'd go and, that's when I said I'd go and live with him and we'd make shit work out in LA, do cool shit. But yeah, dude, that LA story stuff, dude, once upon a time in Los Angeles, Hollywood, anything, dude, like it's all like they say, bro. It's just right place, right time. And because I was just a fucking heathen on a warpath of testosterone and
Yeah.
you know, just everything bad and nothing good. I just like weird different opportunities sprung up with different people that weren't even moving my life forward, but just a fucking another timestamp in the MJ lifeline. You know what I mean? Timeline of life. So still fun to talk about, but fucking 32 with kids.
Did you? What about this one? Did you go to dubstep shows back then?
Did I go to dubstep or D&B show? So you know what's really fucking funny? I started dating this one chick from Chatsworth, up in
Fucking Chatsworth.
there's a little area in Chatsworth called the Garden of Gods. It's a little fucking like townhouse community out there, and a lot of porn gets filmed in that area. And
A lot of porn got filmed in that area in the 60s too.
she she wasn't a furry. I'll start with that.
But she might as well have been.
Yeah, but she was a cat. So she did the ears, the paws, the tail, you know, that all shit. Yeah, she was an experience, but she was super into going to raves. And I don't know, back then, I think because I was a real shithead back then, especially with like girls, dude, because I have a real bad history with like women I grew up with in my life, like as siblings and such. But I remember she always wanted to go to raves, and I was like, no, fucking raves are for whores. They wear nothing to raves.
Yeah.
You know, if you go to a rave, we're fucking breaking up because you're going in fishnets and in a fucking swimsuit,
Yeah, hell
you
yeah.
know, with cat paws and butt plugs. Fuck you. Like so I was really against going to raves and dubstep shows and shit. But I did fucking go. I was going to the hardcore shows out there, and that's when I first saw King, but it's like X King
Yeah,
X or
the
whatever.
hardcore names.
These no, these guys were deathcore, and this was like before Knocked Loose, dude. These guys were ahead of the curve. They were like beat down deathcore, where it's just heavy. It's just breakdown after breakdown, but at the same time, it's not repetitive breakdown. You know what I mean? It's just fucking brutal. And this guy was fucking cool. And he had this crate piece, dude. And he was like this redhead dude who was like super chill, had a super anime girlfriend, but like motherfucker would like bring fake blood to the show. And he would like just be fucking covered in it, dude. Face to fucking chest and all this shit. Like, and they fucking ruled, dude. I'll send you like one of their YouTube albums. They were fucking tight.
Yeah,
They were sick as fuck. They played a show, but that's back when the Ghost Inside, when their drummer lost his leg and when the driver lost his life, when they had that head-on collision in their tour bus. And they were doing a show for like this. They were doing like a donation show. So like tickets sold go to the Ghost Inside, who was like one of my favorite bands at the time. So I supported. But no, dubstep, raves, I was like morally against it.
I never got into that shit either.
Yeah. I didn't like raves, dude. I just felt like they were just really, I don't know, man. I felt like if I'm gonna go to a real sweaty, drug-induced fucking space, this is what I thought at the time. So I don't think about this now, but I was very naive back then to think this way because I went to one and I was like, nah, not for me. I was like, dude, if I want to go to a show and dance with a bunch of half-naked chicks, there might as well be a bunch of fucking half-naked scene chicks at a hardcore show. Who I'm bagging for the night. Like, that's what I'm into.
Yeah.
And I just thought rave chicks were just like used up and just bad.
Yeah, no, I was the same way.
But Excision, though, that dude is fucking hard. I wanted to see him live, but yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I got crazy. Like, aside from Dixon, dude, I do got some fucking crazy stories. If y'all want to hear that shit at some point again, and then we'll lead up into Japan.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah, at some point. But I was like, damn, I gotta be on here an hour and a half. What am I gonna say, dude? And now look, it's 2.5 hours.
No, dude, it rolls by. It rolls by quick.
It does, dude. It does, and I feel like I'm just chopping your ear off right
now.
No,
you're good. I had nothing for the night. If I had to do this by myself, I'd be on here talking about, I'd be talking about ex-girlfriends and drugs. That's usually.
It's a good way to start.
That's usually the main topics. I didn't go to underground raves. There weren't any ravers there. Oh, underground dubstep shows. Yeah, I just never got in. Even just that music. I remember the dubstep phase hit hard.
Dude, it did. You remember Michaela? Trey.
Yes.
Yeah, Michaela. I'm not gonna say the last. Michaela Football.
We've definitely name dropped her on the show before. So. Oh yeah.
I'm not saying anything bad about her. Do you remember the dude she dated who played for that pop punk band? He had like a black mullet at the time.
You mean the guy that was like 10 years older than her when she was 15?
Yeah. Remember,
not a pop punk band, but yeah, I know exactly. Dude, we got put into so many awkward situations because of her, because she would follow us around essentially. So just a real quick insert on the story. She's like 15 and he's like 23 or 24, and like we're walking around school at lunch, like high school.
Yeah.
And you know how Dixon High is, there's the gate around it.
Yeah.
And we literally used to just be like me and my buddies. We'd walk around and just her and her friend would just follow behind us, like 3 feet behind us. Like that was just the lunch routine.
Yeah.
And one day we're just walking and we're just kind of like, oh, where did the girls go? Like, just because we're used to them constantly breathing down our backs. And we get to one part of the school and she's at the gate and he's on the other side. And they're basically making out through the gate. And we're like, bro, you're going to fucking prison. You need to leave. Like, we are in high school, my brother. You need to go.
Oh man. Yeah, he treated. I remember that he would just be pissed off, dude. Like real relationship wise, of her like being deathly afraid of her cheating on him all the time, dude.
Well, he
Like
should have been because
psychopathic type, you know what I mean? Like checking in every minute wherever she was and type shit. And I'm like, damn, dude, this chick is a kid, bro. Like, this is gnarly. Like thinking about it now, like back then I was like, fuck, your boyfriend's fucking gay, you know? But
yeah,
but now I'm like, no, that guy's that dude is fucking
Yeah.
that's not cool at all. That's fucking crazy. But remember remember they had that one vocalist, his name was Nick. He wore glasses.
oh yeah, I remember Nick.
Nick was my motherfucking boy, dude. And
Man, yeah, he was a hyper. I liked him a lot actually. He was a hyper kid.
he was cool as fuck. Yeah, he was from
Yeah,
that's when he was like trying to rope everybody like their own hardcore dance gangs and shit.
he was, and he tried out the DJ thing for a little bit, right?
That's what I was getting to. So in San Francisco, I went out there to go meet with him because he was like doing a show and stuff. And I was like, yeah, man, if I could stay in your apartment, you know, because he was going to school for that. That's what, you know, for the music thing. And he was doing, I don't know what that type of dubstep is called, but it was like older style, that won't,
Yeah,
won't, boom, won't, you know,
yeah.
not like the hardcore, like fire the bass cannon, blah, 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 you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was on like that chill side, and yeah, dude, that's probably like the other underground shows. I went to one underground show in Stockton. I sold a bunch of fake Molly there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I put or it was my cousin Trevor, dude, from Fairfield. He was getting real Molly, but we put like a speck in there and we filled the rest of it up with like cake batter. And I called
Hell
him
yeah.
I called them Hawaiian Sprites because I was like, if you sit it on your
That's awesome.
you sit this on your tongue long enough to dissolve a little, you can taste the sweetness, you know? And dude, they ate it. I sold like 50 fake pills, dude, for like $10 a pop. It was great. Fucking great, dude. And that was in Stockton. But those are the only two. And then I went to one with you remember a little Jewish kid named Kenny?
You cut out who?
You do remember a little Jewish kid named Kenny?
Kenny. From our town or from another town?
No, from our town.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I went to
Yeah.
private school with him.
Yeah, Kenny, the anxiety induced like little Jewish kid, dude. Fucking he brought us to a rave and I got fucking lit on some fizz pills, dude, like litty lit, and I made out with a fat chick,
we all
like
went
really
there.
big fucking chick, really big chick, dude. I'm talking huge, because all I could see were the lights flickering, dude. And I was just so hot. I was on like a quad. What was it? It was a quad of a green naked lady, dude. And that had like a ton of fucking LSD in it, bro. So I was just captivated by the fucking shit. Like, dude, the music was vibrating in my body, dude. I wanted to throw up. It felt so good. And I just remember like just somebody just kept rubbing my back, dude, like nicely, like just rubbing it. And I was like, dude, this is fucking, oh, it's so good. I was going to come, dude. And I turn around, it's this huge chick. And I just did not give a fuck. I was like, that felt so good. Thank you. And just started making out with her hardcore, dude. I was like trying to get my tongue so deep into her throat, dude. I wanted to marry her in that moment. I was ready to just marry the biggest whale of my lifetime. Dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was fucking profusely sweating and just profusely sweating, dude. Because when I'd make out with her, she'd run her hands through my hair and it would just make me go fucking crazy. I was dry humping the fuck out of her stomach, dude. Oh my God.
Oh, shit.
Oh man, it was so fucking yeah, that was the only times I raved, and that's when I was like, never
That's
again.
hilarious.
Getting back rubs
on a
from
quick
whale,
side,
dude.
it is nowhere near as funny, but just because you brought up Kenny, if you ask my mom about Kenny, when I was like a little ass kid
Yeah.
playing basketball on like the city team or whatever, I was on a team with
Yeah.
Kenny one year, and my mom still makes this joke if you bring it up. And whenever Kenny would do something good in basketball, his mom on the bleachers would stand up and yell "Rock and Roll Kenny," like "Let's go Kenny." So my mom always goes, "Oh, you remember Rock and Roll Kenny?" I'm like,
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no, dude! I could just see him with his little Jufro running across the court, dude, with his goofy ass face, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you bring up
fuck.
Rock and Roll Kenny to my mom, she'll start laughing about it.
I want to bring it up to him. That's fucking hilarious. Rock and
He
roll
was the
Kenny.
perfect example of how, because like I said, I went to private school with him. When you shelter your kids too much
Yeah.
and then they get a little older, they
Oh
they
yeah.
fucking wild
Yeah.
out.
Dude, the first person I huffed dust off with was Kenny, dude. Yeah. That's a good point you bring up. That brings me back. He's the first dude, the first rave I went to was with Kenny, where I had a really good bad experience, and then I fucking huffed dust off with him for the first time. That's fucking funny, dude. Because I was into doing whippets because of kids, bro. So I'd go to the smoke shop and fucking just get the whippets, and he's all, "Oh, dude, you don't gotta go to the smoke shop."
You're not the voice.
I mean, yeah, dude, you could go to the smoke shop and get like a bunch of whippets, but bro, just go to Walmart, go steal a can of dust off, man.
Oh no.
And I mean, if you don't want to, just get whipped cream. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So, dude, he just has dust off there, and dude, Kristen was with me, bro,
Even better.
and yeah. So I'm like, fucking, I'm name dropping. Fuck.
No one watches this shit
Anyways,
right now. It's good.
it's all good. And dude, he's like, yeah, dude, because I was all, fuck. So what do you do? Just have these? No, so you take your sweatshirt and you take the hood and you hold it on your. Oh, you're doing this. So I'm husband dust off with Kenny, dude. And I wish I stuck around for his salvia phase, man, because I saw a video, like the most low quality razor video flip phone footage of Kenny smoking salvia, and it was great, dude. He was trying to pull lions out of his fucking sheets, and he was just like on a hot
Jesus.
one. Kenny just tripping balls on salvia. Good ass shit, but yeah, dude, it was a real fucking disco acid trip. This fucking talk,
No, dude. This was a good one. This is fucking good. We were rolling, what, 2.5 hours, dude?
Fucking
I keep
man.
noticing on my thing, keep saying that Trey's YouTube channel has some people watching, and I'm wondering if his people are fucking confused as shit just watching.
This ain't fucking cars and mullets and iron hanging. And what the fuck is this shit? Motherfucker. Trey took a what? on whose lawn? Showed his ass to who? On what overpass?
All of his subscribers just on my Tank Hill.
Smoking out deaf people in Venice Beach. The fuck is wrong with y'all?
Oh shit.
Oh, dude. Oh, all right. One more story.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
one's really fast, and just because this is actually a really good one, and not like crazy or nothing, but it's actually kind of it's like this is like every girl's dream Hollywood story. So, I'm on Tinder again, dude, and I matched up with this chick with like she's nice, white girl, blonde hair, blue eyes, and we're messaging and we're talking, and I'm all, yeah, let's go to Manhattan Beach. It's like 10 p.m. I'm all, can you come out tonight? Like, fuck it, let's go to the beach. She's all, before I do her voice, she's messaging, well, you go to the beach at 10 p.m. I'm all, yeah, the ocean's like bathwater because it's like mid-July, right? So Manhattan Beach is like a super nice, not Venice, not Malibu, but definitely not Santa Monica. It's like the nicest beach with the nicest piers with like the nicest coast restaurants and shit, dive like grill bars and shit. It's like probably my favorite area of Los Angeles of all time, second to Koreatown where I go to Wi Spa. But I get on the phone with her, just to make sure like we're real and shit, This chick is like from deep South Oklahoma, dude. Like deep country Oklahoma. And she's all, oh my God. Like exact. oh my God, I'd never been to the beach since I've been to LA, because she just moved to LA like a couple months ago in with her mom, right? And she lives like 30 minutes off of Manhattan, like closer toward like
Yeah.
city side, right? So I'm like, yeah, I'll pick you up from your spot. Fuck it. We'll go out to the beach and we'll have fun and we'll go in this nice warm bathwater area. She's like, oh, that just sounds so
Oh,
romantic.
jeez.
So I go. So we go out. I pick her up from her spot, dude, and we come back to Manhattan Beach. No towel. Like, she brought a swimming suit. I just go in my boxers. This is back when I just wore like regular white style, just hanging boxers. No, not like briefs
Yeah.
or nothing. Nice big shorts of boxers, right? And we go to the beach, we go swimming. The water's hella nice, dude. There's no fucking clouds in the sky. There's not as nearly as much light pollution as there was then, man, like in that little area. So some of the stars were out that you could see, dude. And just swimming. We lay up on the beach on a towel, dude. It just blew her fucking little country
Yeah, hell
mind,
yeah.
bro. She's, oh my God, I'm in LA on the beach at 12 in the morning with this boy I met on Tinder. This is so amazing. It's the best day of my life. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. But then, like, we're like getting ready to leave soon, but I just kind of want to lay down. I'm all, fuck, dude. This is like a dream date, dude. Like, I can't believe I pulled this type of shit off. I'm not the romantic type at all. I figured I'd pick this chick up, go swimming and
Yeah.
fuck, But nah, like this is like some movie shit, dude. Like in the middle of the night, because like when you go in the ocean at night, bro, even during the day, but mostly at night, like, not being able to see underwater is bad enough, but not being able to see at night in the water when it's warm is even like 10 times worse, dude. So the whole time, I'm sure she's like, oh, this is the most romantic shit I've ever done ever. I love this man. I'm gonna marry him. And I'm like, please stay close. I have a 50-50 chance of getting bit by a shark if there's one out here right now. It's dark. I'm scared. I'm fucking having a good time. We stick together, dude. I got higher chances of maybe not getting bit. And we lay up, dude, and it's like some awesome fucking shit, dude. And it just rocked her world. We got in the car, instant, dude. Dude, have you seen Daredevil, like the
No.
TV show? Oh my gosh, dude. There's a fucking scene when they're like in the rain and she lifts his mask up, and they're like kissing, and it's Hollywood kissing. So she's like, like in between, like just having a full orgasm, just kissing Daredevil. The most romantic move, like part of the whole show, dude. It like get in the car, bro, and she just grabs my face, dude. And she can't, dude. Like she's taken over her whole. She's just like can't grab me, dude. And I'm fucking just like, oh, what the fuck, dude. I couldn't like. I was trying to be in her moment with her, dude, and just trying to go that extra, like, just mind-boggling, but I couldn't, because it was just just the spirit of Cupid just knocked her out, bro. She just could not fucking contain herself, dude. She's like, oh my God, AMJ. So romantic. I'm trying to make out with her, dude, but it's like she was shivering like a chihuahua. Like I couldn't fucking get like a good session in, dude. And she's like, I'm sorry, I've never done anything like this.
The worst part is that she really probably was like super innocent. So you're just trying to, you're trying to be like you said, you're trying to help her out, go that extra mile.
Yeah, even though I'm like the biggest piece of shit, right? and yeah, like I can't fucking get a hang on it, dude. Like that's why I just grabbed her head and just started kissing, and she just like just couldn't fucking handle it, dude.
Oh shit.
It was great, dude. And yeah, because like her previous boyfriend before that was like some huge hit fat motherfucker who like worked on. He's like a John Deere mechanic.
Yeah.
In like in the fucking southwest of Oklahoma, dude.
Probably never seen a dude that looked like you in her fucking life.
No, dude. At the time, that's like when I was on my A game, dude. I was working out. I was fucking like young, 20, like super early 20s, tatted all the way, like just, but that was my deal back then. I was super romantic, super trying to get the mood. And as soon as I hooked you, I was a big piece of shit. It's funny now, but back then, dude, I owe a lot of apologies, dude, because holy fuck. But yeah, like, no, after that, dude, because after that, man, and she was coming over and like, you know, putting in that work and whatnot, like she got fucking hooked, dude. And I just remember, like, clearly the most I remember my thought process after like just getting her wrapped in my world. I found out that she worked part-time at Little Caesars.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking, fuck, what am I going to do with you now? Yeah, so $300 every other week later, I was just like, nah, I'm going back on a rampage.
Yeah, hell yeah. Sometimes you gotta look out for yourself.
No, that's the wrong move, dude. Any kids under 18 watching this in the future, don't go that route. Be a good guy.
No,
Good
yeah.
good guys win eventually. They
No,
win.
don't do the things that we say.
No. I won because I stuck to my guns and I changed as a human, relationship wise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'd probably be way better at my marriage if I would have not been a piece of shit back then. I'm working on it, you know what I mean? But part-time at Little Caesars, respect. Yo, someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Little Caesars makes good pizza.
Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do it. Like nobody's gonna fuck it, bake that shit in the morning for the people coming later.
And early 20s, dude. Yeah,
Not bad. Fuck, 19, dude. I was delivering pizza for Scenarios. The one right next to the donut shop here.
Yeah.
And I was fucking hung over every day, dude. I remember the latch because they had a big fucking titanium bowl that would stir dough in it, dude. And the latch was broken, and the only way it would turn on is if you leaned on it to keep it closed. That would trigger it to start. Hung over. I'd pull a trash can, dude, from the fucking freezer where we put all of our fucking like vegetable bullshit in. And it would just be right there. I'd be leaning on this fucking dough churner, just fucking just throwing up, dude. I'd be on a delivery route, man. And I'd pick Jamie up on the way, and we would just be smoking in the car on the way there, just trying to get rid of the hangover. Pulling over, throwing up out the car, dude, and just fucking driving these people's pizzas to their home.
Yeah, hell yeah. Dude, everyone has to have a pizza. My first Mary's Pizza Shack was my first gig. So I remember I worked there for like 2 years. Literally probably did not wash my hands before during a shift the entire 2 years. Just taking Norcos and Vicodin and like running to the back to throw up in the dumpster, coming back out and finishing the pizza like after just like grabbing full hands on the side of the dumpster. Like, and then I got promoted to delivery driver, so I was also just smoking cigs in the Mary's Pizza truck. And I'd get back and they'd be like, "Bro, the truck reeks of cigarette smoke." And I'm like, "It wasn't me." They're like, "Bro, you're the only driver who's worked today." I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about. It must have been I don't."
That's hella good shit. That's good ass shit.
Everyone's got to have a pizza job at one point in their life.
Dude, at one point, if not pizza, I mean, and so not fast food, not McDonald's, Taco Bell, Burger King, yada yada, but like fast restaurant, pizza, Applebee's, Red Robin, dude. Oh, Red Robin, dude. We would be fucking Red Robin was don't eat at Red Robin. That place is fucked up. Fucking holy shit. But yeah, I gotta piss like a racehorse, dude. I've been holding it in for an hour or so.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, you're good.
Yeah, dude. We could call it, man. And Yeah, I mean, fuck whatever's going on with Trey next week, dude. We'll fucking hit it up, man.
Yeah. Hopefully he's good with his work schedule. Protomax, I think you're the survivor in chat as always. You're usually the last one.
Yeah. Shout outs, dude. The food job is a rite of passage. It
Yeah.
is. Respect to all our workers, and I hope one day that there's livable wages for everybody in that sector
Yeah.
because it used to be back in the day, back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and early 90s, dude. Nowadays, you're kind of fucked if
Yeah.
you're working now.
Exactly.
So, shout out. Let's someone's got it. Someone's got to pump the gas. Somebody's got to flip the burgers. Somebody's got to fucking sell computers. There's got to be somebody. So
Yeah.
hopefully in the future, you guys out there can fucking make a living doing that shit. Yep.
Don't even get us started on Red Robin closing down if that's the case, because we got to fucking get out of here, dude. We're almost at 3 hours.
Fuck.
we
On the
will
news,
continue-
I'm gonna look it up.
Annie, if you come on the stream tomorrow, let's talk about Red Robin closing down.
Annie, so with my Instagram, because of like girls who I've dated. Okay, this is short, really short, and I promise this is like 1 minute. So about my Instagram, I deleted a lot of people. I deleted it. I've even fucking deleted a lot of posts. I've had to cycle through because I'd go through that phase in that relationship where it's like, I'm not a cheater. I don't cheat on girls. I'll do whatever. Watch Facebook, delete, Instagram, delete.
Oh, yeah.
And then just started back over just to kind of prove you're not a piece of shit when you're being a piece of shit. So
Yeah.
yeah. We might not be following the same folks like we used to, but my Instagram's been revised probably like 7 fucking times in 10 years. Maybe more.
Yeah, same here. I've lost a lot of contact with people, and now people that used to follow me won't follow me back just because of passage of time. And if I would, same shit.
I'll try to find Silver Fox though, because I know she's out there in the comments somewhere. I got pictures of when I was in Las Vegas, so we'll see. Yeah, hell yeah, guys. Fuck yeah, this was fun.
Everyone, thanks for hanging around. Next, Annie, hopefully you can come on tomorrow. Next week, we'll see what's up with you and Trey, and then yeah, fuck it. I'll mute our mics. I'll hit the outro, and we're good to go.
And we're all here today to groove and have a beautiful time together, and that it's only the beginning.
Sometimes I think I'm drunk and then I realize I am drunk. Sometimes I think I'm drunk and then I realize I am drunk.